St. John chapter 4, verse 24. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
I won't let you down, Father, you know I got you. I'ma teach your life, spirit and truth, spirit and truth.
Yeah.
I won't let you down, Father, you know I got you.
You know we got you. A higher by you shine your
Teach your life, spirit and truth, spirit and truth.
Hey, look, came out the water, so changed my name to Panam. Now I'm back with my culture. You don't believe you were Israelite? Well, let me paint you a portrait. See, the scriptures can paint you a perfect picture. I said, wine, homie, let's stay, I don't drink liquor. I won't let you down a higher. I gotta follow the laws. I'm in my state, spreading the gospel. I'm a young apostle, a young evangelist, going hard for the truth. Straight up, what about you? St. John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
I won't let you down, Father, you know I got you. I'ma teach your life, spirit and truth, spirit and truth. I won't let you down, Father, you know I got you. I'ma teach your life, spirit and truth, spirit and truth.
Teach the law in the spirit. You gotta be a doer and not just hear it. Psalms 119, verse 142. The law is true. It's telling you what to do and not to. The Bible is showing you and giving you the proof. Look what happened to Israel. Israel, we got divided and conquered. Got to wake up so we can survive and conquer. Then get our land back. But first we must follow the law. And no, it don't have a flaw. It was given to Moses, fulfilled by Christ. Now it's it for me and you. But first we must follow the spirit and truth.
I won't let you down, Father, you know I got you. I'ma teach your life, spirit and truth, spirit and truth. I won't let you down, Father, you know I got you. I'ma teach your life, spirit and truth, spirit and truth.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Verse 17, for the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Verse 18, but if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law.
Maranatha, Shalom, by y'all. Start off giving blessings, honor, glory, and power be to him that sits upon the throne into the Lamb forever and ever, man. Let that song right there be the introduction to what we are about to cover today. Man, let's just keep it real. Spirit and truth, man. Christianity, hey, it's ungodly. Period. If you fall for that, you'll fall for probably anything. That right there has had prophecies that should have warned people and prepared them for that whole BS doctrine. They got prophecies in the book of Jeremiah that explicitly covers the whole concept of Christianity. And then when you get to Psalms, dead giveaway. What? Dead giveaway, man. We know what we really dealing with. When we got somebody coming talking about the laws are done away. What the hell is your problem with the laws? What's your problem with the laws? And have you even read what the forefathers have ever said about the laws? And how they had them in a high recommendation. And they actually put a lot of the things that they were actually known to be doing and they were glad that happened. They gave it up to the laws. So how in the hell is you going to sit here and try to call yourself a Christian, saying that you walking after Christ, which was somebody that was definitely into the Old Testament, getting down with the Old Testament, all about the Old Testament. What you talking about? And then you come around talking about I'm like Christ, and you are fighting tooth and nail to try to come up with something against the laws, as if it's something that we should be trying to avoid because it's a problem. They say even the New Testament teaches you nincompoops completely against that concept. Let me get that real quick, man. I think you know where that's at. Don't you know where that one's at in that First John, right?
Which one?
You want to talk about the commandment? They ain't hard. What are they talking about? These Christians saying that we can't do them. That's one of the things that they hanging on to try to invalidate doing what God said is good. They say they're not possible to be kept. That the Most High God gave these people laws, statutes, and commandments that can't nobody live up to. So we're gonna get there in the script, just real quick, one time. Let me get that in that First John, man. Look what he says about people that these liars, man. All right, we're gonna go to First John, chapter 5 and verse 3. He says, "This is the love of God." So you saying that you love God and God loves you? Well, this is what binds that agreement right here, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. They ain't hard to keep. So where is the Christians coming off, getting off talking about the laws are done away with and good riddance? They say it in that type of fashion. That's what they're saying. They're saying the laws are over because Christ came and led it to where I can actually just get down any way that I want to. And good riddance too. What a relief. Because the things that God said was right. Either He was lying when He said that they're good, or He changed His mind and had and the scriptures never say that God is a changing God. It says that He's the same. So we got a problem here with this Christianity concept. That's a big problem right there. When I see that, those are called dead giveaways. To where the doctrine itself should not have taken hold for as long as it has. I actually, me myself, I can't actually figure it out. I don't know how it's stuck, other than the fact that, the Most High God has just blinded the eyes of the people like He said He was going to, and dulling the ears of the people like He said He was going to. Because that's what was going to have to happen, because the obvious is sitting right here in the contract. The obvious is in the contract. So first we're going to go to Psalms 119. And I want to see the problem with the laws. Oh, wait a minute. They say as if I'm supposed to be glad that I don't have to keep the laws, and I'm supposed to be feeling relieved. What's going on there, Akmalak? Shalom Bayah.
Shalom Bayaf, man. My stuff be messing up. I'm using the phone right now.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go to Psalms 119.
Get that First John 5 and 3.
Yeah, we just hit that First John 5 and 3, but the commandments not grievous.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you was out on that? I thought you was there. My bad. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're going to read Psalms 119. I was going to title the video Psalms 119, but you get some people that don't like to read. You get intimidated with reading around here when you be a Negro. That's one of the things that we're gonna have to get over. We got to get used to reading around here. Shalom, what's going on there? Swab House, Swab Boss.
Hey,
Okay, at the top it says right here though. He says, "Blessed are those that be undefiled in the way, which walks in the law of the Lord." That right there itself is a question that I gotta ask every Christian. I'm saying, what the hell are you talking about? What are you saying when you say when you're trying to teach me that I don't have to keep the laws because J Bomb then showed up and made that to where I don't have to do them? But it said that fortunate or happy would I be, blessed I would actually be if I walked in those ways. You get what I'm saying now? Bump your Christianity concept, pin your Christianity concept up against what the so-called black man is facing right now. And when I'm talking about what we're facing right now, I'm talking about this whole miscombobulated thing that we seem to be actually always gravitating towards. This horrible lifestyle, this wretchedness. Why ain't you telling people that, hey, man, part of y'all's life being in turmoil is because you have a fucked up code of conduct. You don't actually have a real correct way of living that you guys are agreeing upon. You guys are just kind of doing your own. You basically you live your life like you do your music. You're just freestyling that shit most of the time. It's only very rarely and seldom where you actually sit around here seriously getting down, trying to handle your life accordingly. Our people are literally making this stuff up as they go along. Your whole life turned into your freestyle flow. It says that if we didn't steal, and I'm talking about if we enforced and stressed that, saying, hey, no, listen, man, you as a black person is going to have it coming to you bad if you are a thief, man. In particularly like you. If you go out there and you start like disrespecting your mama and your daddy, you're like, listen to me. Your life ain't gonna be like Billy's little bad smart mouth ass. Because when Billy start running his damn mouth and gets his ass kicked out in them streets, the society will be Billy's safety net, nincompoop. Okay? So listen to me now, little Negro boy. Don't you dare get up out here and start trying to disrespect your mama and your papa, because that's going to be the end. That's going to be the beginning of your end. You're going to have a fucked up life, okay? Go around disrespecting your mama and your dad. And this should have had, because the reason why I'm saying it like that is as if our mom and daddy was told this same shit too. If your mama and daddy was told these things, and we was actually, ever since we got a hold of this book into our hands, and we started actually using this book into the ways, putting them instilling into our people, saying, hey man, no, we able to put two and two together and know that you gotta not piss God off, especially when we looking around seeing that we just yesterday got out of slavery. I'm gonna have to sit here and liken myself to them folks that just came out of Egypt. All right, so let's stay they steer clear, and we need to honor our mothers and fathers. We need to not ever be around here stealing up in this place. We can't be killing. I don't give a damn what happened. You taking matters into your own hands is not happening no more because you lost that privilege. That's a privilege that you can do. You can get that privilege when you're acting right in your own shit. You acting right in your own land with your own people, running your laws. Okay, yeah, there going to be some things that you're going to be able to do. Going to be some privileges and benefits of you being a citizen of your own nation. I get it. But don't you take your bird brain ass Yeah, I said it. Don't you take your bird brain ass and be prancing up and down this damn street up in somebody else's country running your own program because you're gonna have another thing coming, all right? Little nigga, little no for real, little black boy. This is what should have been told. But we got greasy ass slippery passport chops. Yeah, I said that. Greasy, slippery, sneaky, slithering, snaky ass passport chops, man. I don't really know. I don't know how you guys are buying that shit. But all he's doing is saying a bunch of just biblical rhetoric. But it's empty. It's biblical. He'll say something like the Garden of Eden, and that's why he said in the Garden of Eden that we and with the blood of the Christ, like he's throwing all these terminologies together. But he really don't know what the fuck he's even really talking about. He just hopes that it goes over your head to the point to where you succeed to his information and say he must know what he's talking about. I'm lost, but check him out. I think I heard a nigga say Adam and Eve. I know that's biblical, and he said something about righteousness in the blood. I heard that too. Go on, pastor. Keep on preaching. Fuck that nigga, man. Excuse my language, man. We can't be buying that shit. And yeah, I'm speaking on something that I seen last night. I don't care. I ain't about to mention no name, but I'm just telling you some real shit, man. I don't get it. I don't know how anybody can sit here and just be listening to somebody that just now scrambled around, was rambling and scrambling. He never had anything really to say, but he said, I'm talking about a grip. And Christ warned us about motherfuckers in that same position that's going to be praying in that same fashion, under the same pretense, thinking that, for real. Somebody heard this, somebody heard something, some type of information throughout that garbage. That's what he says. Christ said, man, don't be sitting around there when you pray, be babbling like these pastor pork chops and all them phonies be doing. And these cats, they do that stuff so much in their churches so damn much. They stand on that podium so damn much, saying fucking nothing. That even when you debate these cats, they debate the way that they pray to God. Damn. Yeah, I said it. They debate like the way that they pray to God. Bunch of empty, long pretense, bullshit rhetoric. Throwing some shit out there, hoping that it sticks. I don't care, man. I don't really know what they doing, man. But these are all dead giveaways when you actually go and just look into the scriptures and see that, hey, man, wait a minute. How are you going to say that Christ came and he got rid of the laws when the laws actually said, like, nigga, shit will go better for me if I actually started adding these things into my life?
God.
Like, what do you mean? This guy died, so none of us have to actually conduct ourselves accordingly anymore. That means, like, this guy can steal from me at least like once or twice. Fuck that. That's a philosophy that belongs in this place right here. You can see why that is a leading religion in United Snakes of America, man. It's because that's what they want to see the so-called black men going through. Is just misconvolulated shit, dysfunctionality, misfitism, outcasting. And people treat you like that and give you those things because of the way that you act. They see you, man. They like, these niggas is, man, these motherfuckers is, man, that's lost cause. They actually have a book that tells them like dead giveaways, and these motherfuckers is trying to study in on, like, for real, maybe a few scriptures. You got to see how big this book is that these people are actually holding in their hand. I'm speaking from a non-black person's perspective, looking in on us. That's what, if I was not black, I would be looking at black people thinking that there's something wrong with them niggas. I'm like, there's something wrong with them. I'm like, I don't know what it is. Nah, I don't think that it's hereditary. Something else is happening. You're like, I don't know. I know this one though. Them people right there, They've been fitting that book for too long, and they still don't get it. Look at that dude right there talking all that bullshit. Why ain't nobody shutting him up yet? Check this out. At number 2, yeah, or 3, whatever. He said, "Blessed are they that keeps his testimonies and seek him with their whole heart, not partially,
Con.
not this partial bullshit. Your whole heart, your whole mind. If you're going to do that, then that means that you're going to actually study in on how Paul ended up being in the position that he was in to say the stuff that he said. Paul was only accepted by the other people of those days is because these dudes were Old Testament literate, not New Testament. These guys wasn't walking around with the book of Saint Luke and Saint Matthew. They wasn't walking around with the book of Hebrews. These brothers had the Old Testament in their pocket for man at best. What you talking about? So he said, for you to be going after the Most High with your whole heart, that means that you're going to have to read his whole book and actually try to stay in bounds with the whole book. So when it gets up to the book of Psalms and it gives all these high recommendations and this, you know, I'm not going to say pedestal, but they literally, you know what I'm saying, making a real, what am I? I'm lost for words right now for that one. Basically, I'm saying they making these laws and statutes and commandments seem dope as hell. That's how they're saying it. These guys back then agreed with what David was writing down about these laws, statutes, and commandments. And these guys was like, hey man, I don't know, but when anybody say these laws, statutes, and commandments is the shiznit. This is right here is the business. We should always do these. They're gonna always be good forever. Watch this. He said,
Con.
which walk in his ways and do no wickedness. So, in other words, if you don't walk in his ways, if you don't keep these law, statutes, and commandments and instill them into your life, you're wicked. I don't care. No gray area with me. And I don't think there's no gray area in that scripture. There was no gray area in that scripture. You don't walk in them ways, you're wicked. If you don't keep these law, statutes, and commandments, you're wicked. Yeah, you're capable of doing anything.
That's right.
They be like, oh, I want to just shut up. You ain't been put to the test yet. Let the situation be different, and then you would be a liability because you are a traitor. You lack commitment. That means that you can't be trusted because at the end of the day, you're going to just only care about yourself and you're going to be out for self-preservation, even at the expense of somebody's freedom, somebody's property, or even their life. Yeah, I said that. You are a liability for snitching and all that because you're a traitor. You lack commitment. He said, "Thou hast
Con.
given." You feel me? He said. He said.
Yep.
He said. Man. He said the Most High has given straight charge. That means, hey man, a complete directive, a specific directive. No fucking game. This is no game. There wasn't no. He wasn't playing. There wasn't no maybe or like one day. You know, what I'm saying this could happen differently. I might change my mind. Man, charge you straightly. Keep the commandments, man. Keep the commandments. That means, and they'd be like, oh, I keep the 10 Commandments. I How many times do you see the word 10 Commandments in the Bible? Have you ever asked anybody that question? Have you ever even looked it up? Did you know you don't see it in there much? 10 Commandments. Get out of here. You do what you're told. We don't say words like, oh, thou and thee and thus and hearken thy commandments. We don't speak like that no more. Today we'll say, man, you need to do everything that you're told. Everything that your king tells you what to do it.
Or face judgment.
Huh?
If you don't, everybody knows, man. If you don't listen to the king, if you follow the king's orders, man, judgment happens.
Con. He said, or face judgment.
Yeah.
Con, man. Come on. And that doesn't even happen to just, that's not only, that idea is not only confined within the Bible and with Yahweh Shah Hamashiach or whatever. That's not a biblical construct only. That's in any kingdom. Any
That's
kingdom
right.
with a dude standing there sitting on the throne and he's the top authority. Oh no. Everybody already knows what he says goes, and there is no democracy to it. Nobody's going to vote. Nobody's going to say, you know what? I don't really think that was a good idea. Maybe I'm going to do half of what you said, but the other half, I think I'm cool. He charged you straightly. That means he expects you to respond. He says, oh, that my ways were established to keep your statutes. That's what I was saying at the beginning when I first started. I said, if our people, I was speaking from the perspective when I say we need to honor our mother and fathers, and our mother and fathers, you know what I mean, should have been told the same thing. You know what I mean? There should have been something that's been passed down at least for the time we got out from 1865 on down, man. It should, no excuse. That's what he's saying too. He's like, man, but in other words, like, man, how would things be if we actually was, following these commandments this whole time? It's a rhetorical question, and we know the answer. Like, oh man, we'd be at the top, man. Man, we'd be unstoppable.
Huh.
We wouldn't have just been the forerunners in just entertainment, clowning around, being everybody's damn pony show. I'm talking about we would have been forerunners in every department that's existed in humans' interest.
That's right.
In any department of human interest, oh yeah, everybody would have came to us first because we would have just been just the main thing. Where we actually rightfully should be, and where most of us can actually see that we should be, but they don't get how we're not getting there. They be thinking like maybe we need more of us to get into politics, maybe you need more of us to go into school, or maybe some of y'all niggas need to actually like start reading the contract that you're under and abiding by the regulations. Try that one out for a change. How many schools do you need? Whole fucking country's full of schools. Everywhere I go, there's a school. School ain't our problem, idiot. You know what I mean?
Most I said he'd rather have obedience.
You know what I mean? He'd rather have obedience.
Not just believing, obedience.
That's right.
To the
Go ahead, my bad. I was disagreeing.
No, you know how these people be trying to say, oh yeah, man, we justify through faith. But then they don't never say, like the brother never, they don't, Pastor Pork Chop never says anything about the works that you got to do with the faith. You can't just believe something's going to happen. You can't believe you can be a mechanic without having the knowledge of being a mechanic and working towards being that. You can have the faith, but without the works, that faith is void. It's invalid.
Right.
It's that simple.
Right. And it makes you wonder, you like, what are they missing? I know they ran on that scripture before. What do they do to get past that? I just don't get it. That's what the name of this title should be. Christianity is ungodly, and I just don't get it. I can't.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
But man, the Most High, He gave us a new commandment. He gave us it's the New Testament, man. We got a new commandments. Well, the new covenant is when the law, statutes, and commandments is written in your minds and your heart, and the Most High gives you the Holy Spirit to cause you to walk in those ways. Those aren't done away with.
Right.
You get help doing that.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because I didn't want to go there today, but screw it. Let's just get up in there just real quick. Watch this. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter, I think it's 16. Let's see there. Let's go there real quick. Ezekiel 16. Watch this. You got your Matthews?
My bad. Let me mute up this people over here.
Watch this.
They said drop the link.
The link. All right. Watch this. All right. Link is out there. Okay. Watch this. You go to Ezekiel chapter 16. You start at verse 59. Watch what it says. Bump Christianity, man. Sick of that shit. Watch this. And I'm not going to Jeremiah 31 to talk about the New Testament or the New Cut. I'm never going to go there again in my life. Why? Because you Christians and got that one thinking that you know that one well and you don't even read it. So let's go to Ezekiel and let's get down to the brass tacks about this new covenant. Start at 59. He says, "For thus says the Lord God, Adonai Yahweh, I should by right deal with you as thou hast done." In other words, you're going to get what you deserve. All right? And that's actually righteous judgment. He says, why? Because you despised the oath. What? And broken the covenant. Here we are again today. Once again, Mr. Pastor Porkchop coming through talking about we don't have to keep the laws. But in other words, ultimately, all he's telling you is that we should stay despising his covenant. Despise the original covenant. Look at God's original covenant that he made with the Israelites and say, phooey, we need something else. Ain't that what they said when they first came out of Egypt? Them traitors.
Con.
Man, come on, man. This is dead giveaways. This book is self-explanatory. You don't even gotta think hard. Watch this shit. Excuse my language. Watch this one. He says, man, you have despised the oath and broken the covenant. Nevertheless, I will remember the covenant that I made with you in your youth, in so much that what is the it? The original covenant. So the it is the original covenant. In so much that it shall be an everlasting covenant. So that's because he said right beforehand, the first time he gave it to them, they despised the oath and broke it. They broke the covenant. He says, well, okay, well, then this time I'm going to make it an everlasting covenant. And then how is he going to make it an everlasting covenant, Akmalak?
By writing it on your hearts and your mind.
Come on now. Hey, man, did you have to, no, for real, did I have to, force that information onto you and, trick you with some shit?
No.
Ain't that like some, A and B, like, oh yeah, that's the spirit part. That's where that part comes in.
Yeah.
Dead giveaway. These motherfuckers think they got the spirit to go around and feel all warm on the inside. That's the spirit from a Christian's spirit is feeling warm and all fuzzy and like no, for real, mushy and shit and emotional, touchy feely to everybody. Man, I can go inside of a Christian inside of his head right now. I can get up in there and I could be him for like 5 seconds, real strong, man. Fuck that shit. I don't want to do that. That one right there, you got to be out of your mind. You got to be running around like a 2020 hyper retro hippie. That's all you really is. You're just a hyper retro hippie 2021 edition. You all about all this love and shit. Like you one step away from free sex. Yeah, I said that. Mm-hmm. You one step away from free love, man. You running around loving every damn thing. You just loving all people unconditionally and all that. Everybody's cool. Because this brother right here, he sure no for real. Man, that nigga cool. I kicked it with him. He sure can fry barbecue up a chicken. Scripture says if he doesn't walk in the ways of the Most High God, he's wicked.
Shalom, y'all.
What's going on with you, man? Shalom. Jake in the house.
The topic today is Christianity, I see.
Yeah, man. You know, Christianity, man, is a dead giveaway as a wicked ass instrument. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I don't even see how people have bought it for so long because it's too it's too cheaply built. They didn't even really like. They're not even really trying to trick you. They just giving you anything that kind of like you want to hear. And if you're just wicked as hell, you won't just ride on with it, knowing damn well that none of that shit made no sense. I don't really get it how people invest their lives and their afterlives and devote it into a concept that is so cheaply built that it falls apart as you go along. It literally falls apart as you go along with it, man. You be sitting there, I'm a Christian, man. I got saved. And your life be fucked up, man.
For real though.
It be falling apart as it goes. You be like, wait a minute. Hold on. I thought that everything's supposed to have been peaches and sunshine. What happened?
Yeah, I thought I
You
was
know
supposed to be
what I'm saying?
saved.
I try to hit this lick, and I just got smooth busted. I thought I was saved. I cried out the J-bomb and everything.
Why you say J-Bob?
You know, I mean, because we don't even like to say that dude's name, man. So we just call him J.
Yeah, that name comes with a certain reputation. You know what I mean? Even though we believe in the Messiah that was in the New Testament, we don't call out to that J-bomb name because it comes with a certain reputation, which is lawlessness.
Con. So it puts us in violation of Exodus 23 and 7 when he says we shall not mention or rehearse the manners of any other God. Well, when you mention in that name, oh shit, man, there's a whole bunch of manners that come just right along with just with the name. Because the name itself was supposed to be like the magic thing. So I'm like, oh, screw that one. I'm not even gonna pronounce it. I'm gonna hit him with J-bomb. What's going on there, Judah Nats? What's going on, brother?
Oh, Judah, is he gonna hop on the stream?
You can hop on the stream, Judah. That's my brother right there, man. Me and him cool. I ain't butt heads with Judah, and I guarantee it's been over a year. You can't find no streams of me and Judah tripping on each other. He's
Hey,
cool brother, man. He trying to step up his walk with Israel, even though he way out there in Japan. I get it. Man, he said he needs some coffee.
Okay, so I was on another stream a couple of days ago, and they were talking about who you guys refer to as J-Bomb as well. And whenever people bring up, you know, who you guys call J-Bomb, I always read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14. Have you guys read it? Are you guys familiar with that?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14?
Yes, sir.
Not off top of the head, but we can go there real quick.
Definitely. We can bring some scriptures out. We can do this.
All right.
Now, if you haven't read it, I'd recommend you go ahead and look through it.
Oh yeah.
That's the story.
Yeah.
That's the story of the J-Bomb.
That's it. That's crazy. That is.
That's the story of the J Bomb. And when I
Damn.
heard it from one of the other brothers from another camp, I was like, "Dang, these brothers really know the scriptures."
Yeah, I got it. I already got it marked in my book.
Oh yes, see, there it is.
Right here. I don't want to share the screen. I actually use. That's what I called it. If y'all can read that, no.
Not really, to be
It
honest.
says the church. I mean the cross in churches. Right there in that blue tab. And then on the next side it says Caesar Borgia prophesied.
Oh, yep, there it is.
You know what I mean? And then it says honored of images causes all evil. Talking about that dead carcass on the cross. I was feeling it, man. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, pfft. but see, that's the problem. They don't want to go into none of the older scripts because what goes into the older scripts is just dead giveaways to the doctrine.
Oh man,
As soon as you go into it, you be like, man, that was a dead giveaway. How the hell did anybody miss this shit? How is anybody still buying Christianity when this book is almost geared all the way against it? Prophesying about it, giving us heads up to where nobody has fallen victim to it for this damn long. Like you shouldn't be able to say I've been a Christian all my life. You shouldn't be able to say that shit. You should have anybody at max to say, yeah, I was a Christian for about 5 years, and that's if you just been just going at it just bare minimum. But if you say I grew up in the church, my mama was a church, and this motherfucker 35 years old. Oh, he got the spirit of delusion upon him. God is doing something and making sure that he don't get it. Like the brother that I was seeing the other day doing his show. I was watching that shit and I'm like, I said, ain't no way this man could be genuinely saying this shit. I was like, he's so off that he had to have practiced this. There's no way you can be this off. I was like, I couldn't have done that if I tried. And then it came to me, it was like, something just said like, man, that's that spirit of error on you. I was like, dang, this dude is being controlled by something. To make him just so far from the truth, that shit don't make no sense to me, man.
well, a lot of the times, I would say about 80% of the church, so-called, 80% of the church, whatever church you want to call it, Bible believers, most of them are just that. They're just believers. Like, they expect them to be like, okay, well, this is the guy that has all the knowledge, and I'm just a nobody. So I just got to listen to what he's saying. As long as I follow and listen to what this guy says, that should cover me in some sort of fashion.
Right. It's almost as if you're trying to lay responsibility and fault on someone else.
Yeah, because honestly, when you first, I don't know about you guys, but when I first heard the Israelite doctrine, I'm like, these brothers are bugged out. Like, I'm like, there's no way. After all that, I ain't never heard nobody with no Bible say nothing that these brothers is talking about. But then, the more you sit and watch, like all they do is like, oh, somebody asks a question, they flip to a book, chapter, and verse, and they just read it. And they ask another question, they flip to another book, another chapter, another verse, and they just read it. And I'm like, wait, there's something different about what's going on in here.
Oh yeah. That's when I knew that there is an amateur and a professional to this book. Even IUIC, they used to tell you at the beginning of the other thing, they say, man, this right here is done by trained professionals. Do not try this at home. They had that in front of all these people. Oh, wait. I don't want to bear false, but I don't know if it was IUIC or if it was ICPK, but it
Nah,
was one of the.
nah.
It was one of.
I think it was IUIC. I think it was like I'm getting an unction. It was IUIC too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it was like, man, don't be trying this at home. This is done by trained professionals. These niggas right here, they live in this. They took this serious. But
And
but on the other
no, go
hand,
ahead.
I'm thinking to myself though that most of these brothers, the the Israelite camps and all that stuff, most of their ammunition, if you really sit back and listen and see them, they be operating with the New Testament. They use a lot of scriptures from the New Testament to where it it brings me to the realization that there is no possible way other than these people having a spirit for them to not gotten the same conclusion as these brothers.
Yeah, I mean, when you start using the New Testament to uh, to defend keeping the laws and the doctrine of the Old Testament, then because their excuse is, oh, well, you're reading out the Old Testament, you're reading out the Old Testament. So then if you read it, if you just keep honestly, the end goal is to keep it in the New Testament just to prove the Old Testament, because then they have nothing else. They have nothing else that they can refute or rebut about keeping the law, having faith, and who salvation goes for, and the whole I don't know, the whole gist of the Bible, the Word of God.
Con. Well, yeah, I see that. That's exactly how they do it. It's strategy. Perfect strategy, but strategy nevertheless.
Because if you just bring out the words of Christ, that's not good enough for them. I don't know how. I don't know how, but for some reason, you bring out the words of Christ, and for some reason, it just over the head.
They worship in Paul. That's what it
That's
really comes down to.
and was it Peter that said, "Were you baptized by Paul, or are you saved in the name of Paul?" Was it Peter who said that?
I think it was Peter saying that. Yeah.
I mean, hey,
No, Paul said that. No, Paul was saying it. Paul was the one that said that. Paul was like, nigga, he said, man, you ain't baptized in my name. That's why he's like, I'm glad I ain't baptized nobody except for Stephen.
that is what he said. That is what he said.
You know, he's like, I ain't baptizing nobody except for Stephen. He said, man, y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all going over here try to worship me. Our people are like that. Our people are like that. Like I myself, in particularly, I deal with those type of things. People, I'll go and tell them something, you know what I'm saying, turn them on to the scripts or whatever, and then they will have a high expectation of me. All right, and I'll be like, hey man, I ain't J-Bone. I be having to say that to sometimes the people like, nigga, I am not J-Bone. Back up. It's okay for me to not know. It's okay for me to not partake. It's okay for me to do a lot of things because, nigga, I am not J-Bone. I never came here telling you that. You know, I'll be thinking like, oh, people are looking for some type of deity. They're always looking to try to deify somebody. So when Paul came along with that itch and ear doctrine, because Paul, he's speaking to people that already is keeping the commandments and all that stuff. So it goes over a lot of people's heads. If you don't keep the commandments, you won't see that he's actually talking to people that's keeping the commandments. You would think that he's talking to people saying, hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? We're all free, you know what I'm saying? Free to do whatever, part A. We no longer under the law. And he's like, okay, anyways, talking about no longer under the punishment, just like when you are under restriction or under punishment. Come on, man. Under someone's supervision it's because it's being utilized or enforced. If you don't break the laws, then they won't be utilized on you. So you won't be under the law. You would be above the law.
Dang,
The
what is
law will
that?
be something that you utilize. It won't be something that is used on you.
Dang. Hold on, let me find. I think it's a Psalms or a proverb where it says, it might be even in Ecclesiasticus. I believe is something along the lines of knowing the law gives you liberty or something like that. Let me see. Law gives liberty. Let me find it.
Yeah, he was going around talking about some type of law of liberty. Like now we got a law to where you can do whatever you want. I was reading in between the lines of what I mean. I was able to read in between the lines of what a person was really saying. Because I'm trying to get down to the nitty and gritty and foundation of Christianity. I'm like, what are these people leaning on, and how are they um getting around the dead giveaway? Shalom out there, Asiatic. What's going on there, Judah Nats, man? Glad to see you here, man. Suave in the house.
Shalom, brothers. I just want to say real quick.
Huh?
I'm not gonna. It's nothing personal against Minister Howell, but Minister Howell is the quintessential witch, sorcerer that I be talking about in Christianity. Um, he might mean well, but when Anonymous had him, especially in the rapid fire, now I know the Torah and prophets like very well. So I listen, and Anonymous had his debate sequenced where every argument was backed with an argument was backed with an argument. He didn't deviate, he didn't stray, he didn't do scriptural hopscotch. He stayed on point. And when it came time for the rapid fire, it was like Minister Howell showed, and it's not him personally, it's all of them. They showed that they have a serious hatred for Yahweh and the Torah. And
Come.
then they say, oh well, this is the Holy Spirit. But if you read even in the book of I think it's Sirach or the book of Baruch, it tells you that the Holy Spirit or wisdom is the book of commandments. So how can you have the Holy Spirit if you're not keeping the Torah? Like that, it's impossible. Like and
Come.
second point what I made. Anonymous kept bringing up Acts 21. James, the brother of Yahushua, like he was the leader of the disciples after that. So, if you're not going along with James, then you can't be going along with Yahushua's teaching. You can't they would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, how can you say you're a follower? James is next up under him. It's clearly in Acts 21 tells you this. Paul was like, I'm going to go to Jerusalem to see James and the elders, the disciples. And they were like, brother, do you see how many brothers here that believe and that are zealous for the Torah? So how can, as a Christian, you say you follow Yahushua's teachings? Or are they saying we reject his teachings, we just worship him? I think that's the question that people need to like. These questions needs to be asked because like I always bring out for the Pharisees, the Old Testament Pharisees. I'll be like, hey, you guys are Christian. Like he said here, keep the Torah.
Right.
And what problem do y'all have with that? Oh well, we hate that. We hate him. And I'm like, so if Homer Simpson said keep the Torah, you're not going to listen to him because it was Homer Simpson? Like that's Christianity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's witchcraft. The Torah
For
tells you,
real.
he who turns his ear away from hearing the Torah, even his
Ooh,
prayer is an abomination. So,
that's right.
this is what it is, man.
Come on. That's the
Hey,
truth, man.
thanks Anonymous for putting that Psalms 119, 44, and 45. That was exactly what I was talking. Let me bring that out real quick.
Oh yeah, we were going to cover all of Psalms 119 today
Oh, all right.
because what I was trying to do with the Psalms 119 is I don't think that Christians should be able to get past Psalms 119 and then actually be honestly saying that they are pleasing God. Because this right here is giving us recommendations that is being superior over any other recommendation that comes from this book. This book is saying, hey man, I am who I am, and things go the way that they've been going that I like because of I keep commandments. If you want your life to be better, you must follow these laws and these commandments and the statutes, like everything. And you be like, okay, all right, I get it. I didn't need 100 and how many verses is in Psalms 119? What is it? 100
That'd be
and
like 165, 70,
I think
170,
yeah,
170,
180
80.
or 100. Yeah, it's like 108, 170 something. Verse. I didn't need that many to know. I'm like, all right, man, this must really trying to let somebody know that's talking crap about the commandments. Let's see what they're saying. And then I was going to read the whole thing, but we could jump to 44 and 45 one time. He says, look right here. At 44, he says, the righteousness of your testimonies is what? Everlasting. The righteousness, the benefits, like how it's actually appropriate and beneficial for you to add them into your lives, that's going to always be forever. There's never going to be a place or a time where you're going to say, no, I mean, these laws right here was the law, statutes, and commandments was getting in the way. Unless you're trying to do something wicked. Reading on, it says, oh, grant me understanding, and I shall live. I call with my whole heart. Hear me, O Lord. I will keep your statutes. And Jenna just said too, that goes with it. He who turns his ear from hearing the word, even his prayer shall be an abomination. That right there will explain why a lot of people say I didn't pray or this and this and that and nothing really works. This, whatever. A lot of people get all that other stuff. We all heard it. And you be like, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna tell you today. Because you're being taught to turn your ear from the Most High. You stop your mind and your ear from accepting God's word with excuses. Well, you go, this guy, he died. Shut up. This is talking about physical shit, man. Like, if I apply these principles to my life, things are going to go better.
Hey, can I tap in real quick, brothers?
Come on.
Yo, peace
What's
to the
going on,
panel.
man? What's happening, man? Hey, None?
What's up,
Shalom,
bro?
man. Shalom, bro. Shalom, bro.
Shalom, man.
Shalom to
Good
the
performance
family.
last night.
Appreciate you all. Praise to the Most High. I just wanted to say this, man. Kind of learn from the mistake that I made last night, though. I brought out too much information, and I probably should have kept it. But because we taught 2 or 3 witnesses, so I'm wanting to make sure I give you 2 or 3 witnesses with every section that I'm bringing in. And I think it was just overkill for some people who was like babes in understanding.
Right.
And so just going forward, when y'all dealing with people, like, know the room and kind of take that into an account. Because I felt like it wasn't even close. Because I went back and listened to the rapid fire now.
For real.
And it wasn't even, it's not what people trying to say it is. Like, there's a lot of shucking and jiving and games being played. And I was actually being righteous and letting the brother talk. You know what I mean? So I'll just say this, though. Learn from the mistakes when you're dealing with that. If you're ever in that type of debate, and just bring nothing but dagger after dagger after dagger without trying to go 2 or 3 witnesses. Otherwise, it goes over their head and it's too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Psalm 119, 44 and 45. That's your precept for the law of liberty, right? That's your precept. When they say the law of liberty, you take them to that Psalm 119, 144, not 144, Psalm 119, 44 and 45. And bring those verses out, and it's nothing against that, because you clearly find out the law. There's liberty in the law. And
you saying 44 and 45?
Yeah,
My bad.
44. Yeah. Read Psalm 119, 44 and 45.
Yeah.
My bad. Because I don't know why I keep saying a 1. That's my dyslexic ass, man.
Nah, it's good.
For real, though, I did it twice to you, man. Twice.
Hey, let me just say real quick, Anonymous, listen to me. The other night I was talking to a famous lawyer here in Japan. And this dude's like what was he? He was like a lawyer. He was like, this dude's like a famous dude here in Japan. I was talking to him for like 2 hours, right? And he's explained a lot of stuff to me. So the next day, I'm watching the debate, and it's like you didn't do too much, bro. Like you don't know, bro. Like everything you said was in order. It was you covered the whole thing, bro. It's like you being in the courtroom. The lawyer is going to like hit this point, that point, this point, that point, this point. It's the people's in the jury. It's their duty to be attentive and to focus and to pay attention. The lawyer never can say, well, you know what, man, I just gave like too much information. No, bro, that's not. You did what you were supposed to do. Now, as far as the rapid fire, you were being a little nice, bro. Like, because that brother was
I
a
felt
little.
like I was being respectful. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, he was not answering questions, bro. Like, I mean, and I ain't trying to be disrespectful towards Minister Hall, but I've been dealing with Christians for years, and they will they will start doing the Thriller, the Michael Jackson Thriller dance on you, bro.
Love,
this
love.
nigga.
Yeah,
Hey,
how's
shout
it
out to
going?
Taz. You owe
Shalom, Ted.
victory destroying ass nigga.
Congratulations on your victory last night, my brother. Congratulations on an amazing debate, man. That was a fucking amazing performance, man. I tell you. I told you, man,
Appreciate you.
I ain't going, bro. Like we ain't gonna just be sitting around holding hands and shit, nigga. You know
Nah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we
Like,
gotta
God,
get it.
God
Yeah,
damn it, now, shit,
yeah,
you
it gotta
was
be
shit.
what it is,
We
bro.
gotta
It gotta be what
we
it
gotta
is.
apply
Yeah,
some pressure now, but no, nigga, that's good shit though, bro. You know, I'm proud of the winner, whoever it is, when it happens. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk my shit though, because I think we gotta keep pressure even on the judges, dog. Motherfuckers forget we have some type of voice in this motherfucker, and I just don't think people care about it to that level. So sometimes it takes trolling to make wake motherfuckers up. So that's what I do. Anyway,
Taz, you
and I
going
don't
out and in?
give a fuck.
Is you going out and in on everybody else?
yeah, yeah. He was fading in
Yeah,
and out.
he's pretty
Hey,
choppy.
hey, Judah, I wanted to build with you on this real quick, and I hear you, and I don't disagree. I felt bad because I felt like I overwhelmed some people to the point where they couldn't understand it, and I damn near felt like I didn't do us justice with being able to make it plainer. Like I felt like I killed it, but then when certain people was like they couldn't understand it, I was like, damn, like did I make it too hard? Like was I too was
I
I
didn't think
too
that you did though. And I'm
Yeah,
not speaking
you,
from high level position or like anything like that. Like I'm just saying. Um it was in a layman term. You didn't even get all crazy with your words or nothing, man. You, there, it was laid out plainly to where I got it. And I'm talking about, and I blink my mind. I blink my mind every time I hear a debate. I'll just blink my mind and just act like I don't, know anything, and I'll just listen to who's saying what.
right?
that's
I
what I'm
heard
saying.
what you're saying, and every time you spoke, it's like I'm not gonna lie, man. You gave me a foundation. You gave me a climax to your thought, and then you left with a conclusion. You did it every time, but when and you didn't even overspeak much.
Right. You
But
gave
when
your
it came
premise.
down to your opponent, and I'm not picking on the dude because he's a Christian, whatever. I'm just saying the fact that when he was speaking, it was almost like loop de loop. I was all like, whoa, 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 you know what I'm saying? Like we're going to the left now, we're going up, we're going there. But he was talking about different. It was almost like he was speaking aimlessly. It was like an aimless rhetoric. It didn't really have a solidified direction of where it was coming from, and they didn't have a solid thought on where we were going with it. It was almost like he was trying to figure out what he's going to say based off of key words that should spring him into another thought that could help him. I was listening to the dude. I know when somebody's making the shit up when they're going along. The conversation, the problem with it was that the conversation was over his head. The whole debate. This wasn't supposed to have been something that somebody could debate about because what you said was you're reading what it said. Once that happened, there was nothing else for this dude to do but to just juggle around,
You don't think
fumble,
he
throw
understood?
things, improvise, stall. It was crazy, man. It was insane. I had to say, I was like, man, it's hard for me to listen to him, let alone sit and debate the guy. It was hard for me to debate Blue. Last time when I debated Blue, part of the reason why I lost was because I had to cut the thing off. I had to. It was driving me fucking nuts.
But you don't think Minister Hall understood? It's not that Minister Hall didn't understand. It's just he disagreed. He's trying to figure out. He's trying to find an escape door to slither out
Right. He
of.
was looking for an escape hatch. I do agree
Yeah.
with that.
Right. And he was just coming up with like key phrases that he already knows by heart. I heard it. I was like, he's using he's going all over the place, but none of that shit was together. I'm like, I heard your biblical phrases. I'm like, but that's why I had to say, I was like, there's no way that anybody could have practiced what he done. To me, I was watching a spirit of error and a spirit of confusion. That's what I saw last night. There was a strong spirit to where it confused everybody that wasn't biblically acclimated. It fucked you up. Notice everybody that was confused wasn't really like, you know what I mean, 100% in it. Come on now, let's just be honest.
Right. I
You
felt
weren't
like there was some
100%.
games being played. Right.
Well, it's the no, it wasn't intentional. It was a spirit that came out. This is the congregation of the ungodly. This is one of the things that we got to know about. When you come online, you're in a synagogue. This is a real synagogue. This is more of a synagogue than there ever been. This is hardcore shit right here. To be sitting on here reading the word of God as prophets, a lot of us don't even know the degree of who we really are. We going about this shit real light. It ain't that light. This is the determining foreverness, what we put right here. And the people here you are who you are. Like Nimrod, Lex Nimrod, that nigga may be Nimrod.
I really think he got the spirit of something minding them right. Hey, let me say this part real quick though, because I don't want to be on here too long, and I especially don't want Hal to think I'm on here bashing him, because that's not what I'm trying to do. Um, I think we had a great debate, and I'm proud of the brother for showing up and fighting. But I do think all of us that's reading this book, we got to start sitting down and having some real conversations. And I think I'm seeing situations like we seeing Zion Lex and Tazariak being able to have a conversation. Whether you agree with their perspectives or not, they trying to figure out how to coexist as brothers in this walk. Me and Judah are like, that's my brother at this point, bro. Like, and I dare somebody to try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't agree on 100% everything, but the core of a lot we got in common, especially. And the more we move and the more we grow, the more we're gonna believe. Me and Battle Axe, like, we moving to the point where we can move in step. That don't mean we're gonna always agree. It's just something to be said. Like, when certain people that's reading this book, we can't find common ground on something like the Torah. Like, when we started to get to the point where we can't find common ground on the Torah, we got to figure it out. And either you purposely rejecting it, or we got to work on how we teaching it or something, because the Most High's word is the Most High's word. Like, his law is his law. And I even brought that out. Like, the law of Moses is the law of God. And I probably should have brought out the brother volume of the book. It told me the verse that I should have brought out. And I had it. I just didn't put it in there. And it's a chapter in Nehemiah 10. Nehemiah 10:29 says it perfectly. You know what? I'm going to give y'all brothers this one real quick too. I'm just going to
Yeah,
start
let's
giving
go
people,
there.
I'm going to give everybody daggers to start using to stop, not to just to stop playing games. And then I'm going to stop talking for a second. Hold on for a second. Let me see it. That's dope. You like it? That's dope. My daughter diploma just came in the mail. She just graduated high school at 16. That's what's up, man. Uh Nehemiah 10. Go to Nehemiah 10, verse 29. Nehemiah 10, verse 29. And this what proves. Now you got other ones because you can do Nehemiah 8 and you can do Joshua 23 and Joshua 24. And you can use those as precepts to kind of bring out that the law of Moses is the law of God. But Nehemiah 10:29 just kills it and makes it plain. And I don't know why I didn't just use this one, but like I said, I was trying to give 2 or 3 witnesses. So Nehemiah 10:29, they clave to their brethren, their nobles, and entered into a curse and into an oath to walk in God's law, which was given by Moses, the servant of God, and to observe and do all the commandments of Yah. And I'm gonna stop playing with this even of Yah, uh, our Elohim, and his judgments and his statutes. So
Con.
you clearly see that these brothers knew that God's law was the law of Moses. Yeah, put
That's
them
right.
in. And then even I brought this out in the conversation too, was like this law is eternal. It just gets codified on Sinai, right? We can go back to Cain and Abel and ask the question: how do they know what sacrifices to give? Right?
Right.
How does Noah know what's clean and unclean? You
Right.
know what I mean?
And it says in Genesis, I think it was 26, 25. Yeah, 26, matter of fact. It says that Abraham, it said that he hearkened unto my voice and kept my ordinances,
Kept my
commandments, statutes, and laws.
yeah, he kept it all. So it's like you got to get to the point where we start to have some real conversations about this. But I
They
always be
oh,
interested to know. I always
go
be
ahead.
interested to hear from Judah because he is. I be wanting to hear from my Torah only brothers because you know that's where a lot of the division lies. And so I be wanting to know, like, how is it that he and I are able to find such common ground without falling into some weird ass idolatry and all of this, and everybody else be weird?
Man, man, Judah is pulling y'all's leg, man. He's not Torah only. He's pulling
Yeah.
y'all's leg. He know that whole book.
Look, I mean, well, I just don't mess with Paul too. But look
He
at
will
my
he
man.
he will attack you with the whole Bible, and he'll pull Paul on you. If it works for him, he'll hit you with it.
Wait, there's some things I do agree with. Like Paul says, the renewing of the mind. Well, isn't that's Psalm 51? That's what Yahushua the Nazarene taught. That's
Huh?
these are some things are just common in all the book. I think the disconnect is certain people are, let's say, like for instance, like quote unquote Old Testament Israelites. Their whole standpoint is, well, I don't believe in Jesus, and then that's where it ends and begins. That's it.
Right.
And I think that when you're like deep and you start to study and you really apply yourself, you can like see common ground. So when Anonymous had his debate and he was going from the Torah and prophets into the New Testament, I saw a straight line of, he didn't say Torah, he said the law, same thing,
Yeah,
but the law, the law, the law. So it was a straight path. It wasn't no deviation. There was no, he didn't, he didn't do the windmill. He didn't do the head spin. He just kept it straight, walking straight. So I don't see how anybody could not understand, because he would lay his premise down, he would
Right.
support it, and then he would give a summary, and it's like, yo, like, you can't get around that. So I don't think Anonymous should like feel like he did too much or too little or whatever. And there's nothing much you can do against like Christians, because I debated GCon, and
hmm
my first experience really debating a Christian, I'm like, they're squirmy. They like, or like vocab Malone and them, they're squirmy. They know it says this, but they will start to twist that and pretzel up, just to, and if you are not learned, you will fall for that.
you fall for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's real.
and I knew I wasn't
Real.
finna let that happen all night. I knew I was finna stand on my square all night for sure. I
Yeah, man.
just
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
Now you got it.
I was going to say the problem is that these people are trying to attack your strategy. That's all. They're
Right.
trying. They see and they're like, oh, okay, this nigga is the next one coming up. and I might have to compete against him. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and complain about something and say, make something out of nothing,
Right.
and say, and no, I'm real, and say, you know what? And then hit you with the biggest thing they're afraid of. Man, you said way too much. No, because if you carry on that tactic on them, you're going to wash them.
Right.
That's all. They're going to be left speechless. Because I did the same thing to Minister Howell too, and when I debated him, and sure enough, the dude just sat there. He just looked when it was his time to talk. He was just like, you could tell he was like, man, where the hell did you begin with that? So what he did, he made an adjustment to it. Oh, he learned. Like, oh, spew out empty rhetoric. Why? Because 99% of the people in the audience, they don't take this actually 100%. Ain't no 100%ers like that.
They milk the clock. They learn how to milk the clock.
That's real, man. I'm telling you, man. Come on, man. These guys are practicing debaters, man. They got to figure out a lot of different strategies. Yes, they're going to come with their primary thing and thinking that their premise is going to be the primary force. But when that fails, oh no, man, you best believe they got something for you. It's the empty rhetoric,
Yeah,
soaking up and milking your time.
Bro.
yeah. Let me say this real
Hey.
quick. Let me say this real quick. And certain people learned it, like it's in the boxing match, right? And you know you gassed out, and you know your opponent, he still got punching power to get you up out of there. What do? You tie his
You
arms
hug
up,
him.
I'll
Yeah,
stomp.
you grab him. Yeah, yeah.
Real talk.
Hey, I feel like that's really what was happening too. Like,
Yeah,
That's what happened.
especially in his rapid fire.
yeah,
That's exactly what he was doing.
yeah, man.
Every time you went to respond, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. He would just say something like that. Oh, okay, that's enough. You be like, wait a minute, this nigga didn't even.
Bro, you ain't even gonna let me say boo, nigga. Like,
he was like, listen, in Anonymous's rapid fire, where Anonymous is supposed to ask questions, Minister Howell was like, whoa, 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 bro,
Yeah,
what are you talking about, bro? Answer the question.
right,
yeah,
right.
with a big ass microphone too. Got to keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even your voice was being muffled over by his. His voice, the thing was just
Yeah,
crazy, man. The dude's nuts. I was like, this is insane.
It's that mask too. Like, I got to do something better before I get to the conference finals. I got to figure something out to do with my mic and the mask and all of that. So I'm gonna figure that out. But
It was clear. It's just this guy. You can tell this guy
yeah,
is. You can tell that he's standing on a podium inside a large ass room on a big ass microphone with gigantic speakers. You can
he had
bro,
tell.
two. He had
my
two
man
microphones.
showed up in a suit in the church. It took all of that to try to, like, I was like, okay, that's
He had
what you
two
think gonna
microphones.
win.
Y'all didn't see it?
Yeah, he had two of them. I saw him. Yeah,
He had two microphones.
yeah, he had two.
Yeah.
He had one in the pulpit. Then he had like his little internet mic.
See, that's outrageous. I can't- that's outrageous, man. He needed those things because of that. He needed one of them things because of what was transpiring, man. You know what I'm saying? He knew that okay, I'm about to go up against somebody that is high level. He's
Mm-hmm.
probably going to watch me. I need the theatrics and I need a backup plan. He's like, okay, boom, I'm going straight to plan B. As soon as he heard you come out, he's like, oh shit.
That's
He's
what
like,
I felt too. I felt like even his.
I agree. Listen, that Anonymous first round was a complete first round knockout. It was like, I'm talking like the first premise round.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, debate's over. It was over. It was over. I'm like, somebody throw a blanket in there. It's over. Don't even
yeah,
throw a towel. Throw a blanket in there.
yeah.
Man, that was great. Yeah, throwing the towel.
No, a blanket, brother.
You said throwing the blanket. Yeah, that was crazy, man. I was
Yeah.
feeling it though.
It was a good
That's
debate
how you
though.
do it. Yeah, that's how you do it though. Most high, you know what I'm saying? He's making it to where the children of Israel is going to stand out. Everybody that wasn't down, you know what I'm saying, with acknowledging the most high like that, they looking right at it though. They like, man, something going on though. These two dudes right here, they tapped into some type of higher power because we can't get down like this. Even Minister Howell going through with his thing. The dude is a high level witch, like warlike. He's a high level. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
I
The
told y'all
Christian,
that. Yes.
like you said, like he is. He's a high level. That ain't no low level ass pastor.
He
People are
brought up
seeing that stuff and they're like, damn, man, the Muslim cats and them Hotep dudes, they looking like, man, we ain't got nothing like that. For real. Like, we can't talk like that. Like, it's too empty. Ain't nothing to it.
well, at
The
least he
mind,
showed up. At least he showed up because look, you're not going to get a vocab Malone. You're not going to get faithful to God. You're not going to get any of these dudes like actual Christians to actually even show up to even display witchcraft. Like you got to give Minister Hall credit. Like he survived this long. He's a great oratory skills. He's theatrical, whatever, and he did show up. So salute to Minister Hall for showing up. But there is no counsel against the counsel of Yahweh. This is just nothing you can do. So I hope that the brother repent, rethinks his strategy, his plan, and his life, and be like, look, man, you're in a false religion, brother. You need to like keep the commandments at the least. If you don't get into the Torah, at least keep the commandments. Like learn
for
them.
real.
It's only 10. They're not hard to do. And once that's your foundation, then go up and do other stuff. And that's for anybody. You got to learn the 10 Commandments first, be grounded in that, and then go venture out into other. But you got to stay with the commandments.
That's
Even
right.
even the people that are not that deep, or whatever, as long as they can keep the commandments, I don't complain. I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all, okay, these dudes are about as deep as a raindrop. But at least as long as you can keep the 10 Commandments, no problem.
Right.
Bro,
They not. They go ahead.
you know how hard I had to work to learn, like to really understand this and learn this. Like it took fighting, like with Judah, bro. Like it took fighting with Davon. It took fighting, and then fighting with other New Testament dudes too to actually start to. Because the brother said rightly dividing the word of truth, right?
Right.
Like that's really what this is about. And at the end, if you're not reading the Tanakh and you don't understand how they really get into the Torah and understand that his word, his law is truth, his law is perfect. Like that's the other thing, bro. Like the law is perfect. That's what it said.
Right.
So
And
like the Torah is perfect. Like, so why are we even arguing about it? Like if anything goes against that, either it's a lie or it's a misunderstanding.
well, like the scripture said, it says a good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
Right.
They gotta, what I mean? They gotta do them.
I
They're
mean,
not.
James
They're not
tell you this.
doing the commandments, so they don't trust them. They don't. They're not. They're not reliant on that.
Like when James tell you it's not just the hearers but the doers of the word.
I know. I know. I
Like
know.
Facts.
The dead giveaways. I know. I know. That should have been the title of the video because that's what I'm
Let me
serious.
ask you
I
now.
don't understand it.
I want to ask it now real quick because when you went to when you go into, let me just say Hebrew. When you go into the word where he says, "I did not come to destroy the Torah; I came to
yeah,
fulfill." The
yeah,
word is meleh, right? And it means fulfill, but it also means to consecrate. You know what
right,
consecrate means? To like set it apart, make it holy, or
right,
to exalt it. So
right.
you went into a word in the Greek, and what was that word again?
It's plerau. It's the same concept, bro. It's plerau. Some people say plerou, but it's really pronounced plerau, right? And what this really means is to fully preach or to consecrate. Now, there is a meaning of it where it can be used to stop or destroy. But and this is what I kept saying. Like, if you going off what he's saying, this is a hypocritical doctrine because when the Nazarene comes and says, when Mashiach comes and says, I didn't come to abolish, but I came to fulfill. If you're using the word to mean abolish, then you're saying, I didn't come to abolish, but I came to abolish the law.
Right.
Yeah,
Like that's
Right.
literally what you're telling me. Like you literally telling me that I didn't come to abolish, but everything that I'm going to do is here to abolish the law. No, he came to fully teach, to fully preach, to fully live out and show you that you shouldn't be afraid of walking this thing out. This is why I even bring out Mark 7, and I heard Judah saying this about how solid Mark is. Like when you get to Mark 7 and he going off on these cats talking about you telling people to keep to the traditions of elders, washing their hands and their cups and their pots. Ain't nothing wrong with washing your dishes in your hands. Don't get it twisted. But when you start to invoke this on people as if this is a part of the Torah, now you moving from the commandments of the Most High to the traditions of men. And that's violation of the Torah. You can't add. And so this is what he comes and argues against. This is the
Right.
fight. The fight is never about doing away with the Torah. The fight is about understanding how to properly use the Torah. That's why Paul says the law is good if used lawfully. If you
Right.
misuse the law, use a dirty, wicked, you know what I mean, too. So um
Right. That was one of the things that I was trying to explain to somebody. I forgot what it was. It was something I remember who it was. I don't think I should probably mention his name, but I was trying to say that to him. I was saying, hey man, because they were talking a lot about the stuff about Christ when he, when he said like, the eye for an eye thing. He said he's like nah man, you know what I'm saying, and he was like nah man, that right there is taken from the Torah, and I was like no, it wasn't taken from the Torah. It's that when when you are when you gotta build your people up, and you guys none of your people is using the Torah. They're not abiding by the Torah. They don't even know the Torah. They're actually on a completely different religious construct.
right,
You can't be trying to enforce and live by that. You can't be
right,
sitting there saying, "Hey, no, God says that I can get even with somebody that does me wrong. That's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth." And I'm like, we're not even in that. Hey, man, we're not even there yet. Did you know
right,
that? Like you're not rightly dividing or putting these things into proper perspective.
right.
You don't have a kingdom. You want a kingdom, you need to practice these laws. But the commandments, you can do those. Those 10, oh no.
I'm gonna
You
tell
ain't
you
got
what
no
else you
business
can do.
not doing those.
I'm gonna tell you what else you can do. You can do the ordinance too, though. Like, there's no reason why I can't pay a dowry for a virgin if I want to marry her. There's no reason if my neighbor's ox is in a ditch that I can't go help him pull it out.
For
Like,
real.
there's no reason that I can't do those things. There's nothing stop. That's just basic human dignity, right? There's
It's
nothing,
easy.
yeah, there's nothing stopping me from not violating Deuteronomy 25 or 26 or 20 when we saying don't be no rapist and all of this stuff. Like, there's nothing stopping you from doing any of those things.
Right.
So to say, oh, we can't keep them, we can't. No, you don't want to. Like when we was on the
Exactly.
panel before, the brother said you can't keep them. Like, look at all of these women, they be on TV wearing these stuff. So you mean to tell me you can't see a beautiful woman say, oh, that's a beautiful woman without lusting and coveting after her and wanting to take your neighbor's wife?
Right. Like you said, like you said that you can do all of these things. It's just
Right,
it's the part where you actually want to start trying to institute the the judicial punishment part.
right.
We can't institute the judicial punishment because we're not actually under our rule. We're under the rule of other people.
And that's what I
But
said.
but
Now
but
you
the New
violate the
Testament,
law.
yeah, but the New Testament lets you know about that though too.
But look at this part though, Battle. If you try to act that out now, guess what you do? You end up violating the law. So by the very fact that we aren't sacrificing, that means that we're adhering to the law because we were told that we can only do those things where he placed his name at.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So we're still adhering to the law. That's
I
why
know.
it's
And Yahweh
Exactly,
said,
man.
that's not his continual concern. He was
right.
like, obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yes,
So
sir.
Right. So when we see over there in Leviticus 23, where he says there's three feasts that you shall keep wheresoever you're at. And
You
he
keep
he
those.
mentions he mentions the Sabbath, the Passover, and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. He says, wherever you're at, wherever you shall dwell, you do those. And then he said, but when you be coming to the land, then you start doing the uh the feast of first fruits, all the things that applies to you reaping your harvest from the land and whatnot and such and such.
Right.
It says it clear and simple. So
And you know
when
what
so,
else
so,
he
so that's
said?
why when people try to say like, well, are you keeping all the commandments? And I'm like, yeah. You're like,
Right.
so they say, so do you do the animals? I'm like, I don't have to. I'm not in my land.
Right. Right.
I was like, if I was in my land and I had a bunch of animals, oh yeah, you best believe you'll see me. I would have to be punished for not keeping the commandments. I'll be like, yeah, you're right. I'm not even keeping them.
And I got to do better. Right. And that's the other thing. Everybody act like, oh, every time you violate the law, you need to be put to death now. That ain't how the law works.
No,
There's only a few things that get you put to death for anyway.
con. You don't even get put to death for theft.
And for violating the Sabbath.
You know, you get put to death for violating the Sabbath, but for theft you can work that off.
Yeah. Yeah. You can work that off. But it's things like rape, violate the Sabbath, murder, right? These are the things that you got capital or what we call corporal punishment. The rest of it is like you owe fines or you gotta give the person that you did wrong, they get to choose how things work out. Like we can go into all of that in detail too. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna ramble. I gotta jump off. I got a couple more clients to take care of, man. I thought it was an interesting conversation. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
hate none of these brothers, man, but if you're gonna keep pressing and make it to where we gotta have these conversations, then I gotta bring the truth out. And because I think a lot of what we heard last night, is what causes a schism in Israel, honestly.
con.
And if we don't deal with that, we're gonna forever be at each other's throat based upon interpretation that is really not in the text.
I
That's
just
real
hope
talk.
that brother. I hope that brother. What kills me is you know, the brother, and I don't know Mr. Howell like that. You know what I mean?
He's a
No,
real good brother though, bro. Like he's a
he,
good dude. So it's
he seems like that. I never. He avoids me, which probably should. But I hope that he repents. But maybe he has too much at stake. Maybe he is whatever. But it's like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, clearly the Most High is not siding with you if you're getting smoked like that. Like, if you know you have to shuckle buck and thriller dance and moonwalk and do the head spin, you got to do all that instead of just coming out with scripture, bro. It's you don't. That's the spirit's not on you. So it's something to think about. Like, you know, that I hope that brother, like, be like, yo, I mean, let me keep the commandments. Like, ain't no personal. Keep the commandments, brother. You know
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Well, guess who's here?
who?
Howell. That nigga was
Where?
just in.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Let my
brother
bro
Show
Hall.
up,
in.
Howell.
Let my
What's
bro
happened to
in.
you, man? You can come
Oh,
up in here, man. Nobody
I
tripping
don't
on you.
let my bro in.
I did. He fell out.
Yeah, he dropped off.
Come back in, Rio.
Get up in here, Howell. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with showing up. But yeah, I'm gonna say this. It's not really about people being cool or not cool. I know that a lot of people is actually cool. I've been around a lot of killers. Like I'm talking about, they just stone cold killers. They're some of the coolest people on earth. They kind of goofy, they silly, they be funny. You know what I mean? They real light. You know what I mean? People, but they'll kill you. They're like talking about they be real killers. You be like, wait a minute. Oh, everybody's cool from a certain angle. If you are operating from a certain expected direction, oh yeah, There's a lot of things that you're going to run into automatically. That's social. These are social reactions that they're going to have all the way down, and they're going to be definitely impressive. But that doesn't mean that he won't kill you. I learned that out here in California.
Mr. Hall ain't back yet?
Nah,
Oh well. Oh well.
Yeah.
I hope he come back. I can't stay on for too much longer. I do want to holler at him, but if
What's
not, I
going
get
on,
it.
Kofi? Well, just in case he's listening in, it says right here. I'm gonna read that scripture you said because I got it wrong twice, but I got him now. He says, boom. He said, "So shall I always keep thy law, yeah, forever and ever, and I will walk at liberty
Mm,
because I seek your commandments." What? Boom.
mm,
What?
yeah,
How you gonna? What? What? You want to talk about liberty? Well, guess what? These New Testament brothers was referring to. What book did you think they got that from?
right.
Okay, Battle Axe. Can I ask you one question?
Oh man.
Sure.
You can say, "Oh man," all you want to, but listen, I'm asking Battle Axe, not you.
Oh man.
So at the end of the day, bro, Jesus said, hold on. Jesus said, if you even look at a woman that got a man in a lustful way, you committing adultery. Now, in the Old Testament, we know that it had to be rape or some shit like that where you committing adultery. But Jesus said clearly that if you even look, okay, let's say your woman at the mall, Battle Axe, and another nigga look at her and say, yeah, she got a fat ass. Nigga, you committing adultery right now. And
Hell
so
yeah.
he clearly changed the fucking law.
No, he didn't change it. He actually was giving you a deeper insight
Now you gonna
on how that
now
law is
you know
being
what you gonna do,
violated.
bro? You
Because
know
you
what you
check it
gonna
out,
do?
Kofi. Because check it out.
All right,
Because
go ahead,
how many people been in some bullshit over just looking at another man's woman? Think about how many people.
Why you think that's a problem right now? Because Jesus said it.
Because
Why
it's
you think that's a
offensive.
problem right now?
No, it's offensive. A lot of people don't even know that law. It's just offensive. That is a
No, come
real
on, bro. Like now you trying to clean shit up.
brother.
Like, come
If I
on,
see
battle,
you in the club, I'm talking
battle.
about. If I see you in the club and I
No,
am
not me,
all
nigga.
up on
If you
your,
see
I'm
my
talking.
woman in the club right now and you said she had a fat ass, guess what Jesus said? You're committing adultery.
Yeah, after I
That's what
see her
Jesus
with you,
said.
after I see that girl with you, and I'm still like, damn, nigga, I hit that. It would be more like that.
You committing
Like,
adultery, nigga.
that is
So
in
are you
your heart.
agreeing with me or not?
I'm definitely agreeing.
Okay, so the debate last night was: are they simultaneously with the Old Testament laws and the New Testament laws? No, they're not.
Why they're not
No, they're
simultaneous?
not.
Didn't it say that God in the Old Testament, God judges the hearts?
In the Old Testament, how did you have to commit adultery?
No, but I'm saying,
Battle.
doesn't he not say that he judges the
No,
hearts in
I'm
the Old
asking you a
Testament?
question. In the Old Testament, how did you have to commit adultery?
Yeah, through the act. But the Most High will see you doing
But
it
did Jesus say
when you're
during
thinking
the
it.
not the act, but in the mind?
That's what I'm saying. So when you're thinking it, oh yeah, man,
So
God's seeing that,
did that
and
change
you are
the
check it
old?
out.
Did that change the old covenant, bro?
What it does is means that you're not ready for the new.
And let me tap
No,
in real quick.
answer the
That's
question,
what that
bro.
means
Like,
And
because
let
if
me
you
tap
are
in.
listening real quick, because
Let me tap in.
if you are still saying that I'm an Israelite and I'm down with the law, statutes, and commandments,
Malak
but
just
you are
said
still,
on his
but check
channel.
it out, but you are
Look,
still.
we was
Let
on
me say
Judah
this real quick.
channel. Malak said, "I ain't looking at no bitches like that. I don't
Hey,
even want to
yeah.
see them."
Hey, no, look. Let me hold on. Let me. Can
And
I?
and you know what they did? They
Let me
ridiculed
respond,
that
brother.
nigga for that.
All right, go
Let
ahead.
me respond.
But
Let
he
me respond,
stand
brother.
up for the real shit.
All right, bet. Let me respond. So, the problem is not being able to read these books in context. So, the first part of that conversation, he says, "You have heard it said not to commit adultery." So now we got to go into the context of what adultery is. Adultery is having sex with a married person. All right.
No,
Hold on.
It
Allow
is.
Jesus
me.
changed that, bro.
Hold on,
He
bro. Allow
said,
me. Bro,
hold
please.
on, anonymous.
Hey,
And I
bro,
ain't
all
trying
you
to be
gotta do.
disrespectful,
Yeah, you
but
are,
I'm
bro. Like
asking
I'm in the
you:
middle
have
of
you
talking.
ever
I'm
been out
answering,
somewhere and you said this
bro.
bitch got a fat ass?
Bro, and you're taking. I'm gonna show you why what
Have
you're
you ever
saying.
done that in your life, bro?
What I'm gonna show you is that you taking this
No,
out of
nigga, we not
context.
gonna get around this. Have you ever said while you was out at the grocery store or whatever? Have you ever said this bitch got a fat ass? Like, goddamn.
Are you finished? Do you have enough
No, I'm asking you a
decorum?
question.
Bro, I'm not
It
gonna
could be
answer your
finished or
question
whatever,
until
but
I'm
I'm
finished
asking you
speaking.
a serious question.
Bro, y'all don't just get to ask questions when people in the middle was speaking. Maybe if you listen, your question to get
No,
answered. But
nigga, I'm asking you a real question. Have
bro,
you ever
quit being
said that?
disrespectful. Quit being
Have you ever
disrespectful.
said that though, bro?
Bro, all the
This nigga doing
pressing
the
ain't gonna
pinky from next Friday.
all the pressing ain't gonna
Okay,
change it, man.
Judah, you better stop because I know you done did this shit
Hey,
over and
hey,
over
bro, all
again,
y'all gotta
nigga.
do is let me speak, bro, and we'll clear all this
So
up.
you better sit
All you
back
all you gotta
because
do is let me
Jesus
speak.
already got something for
All you
you.
gotta speak, all you gotta do is let me speak and we'll clear it all the way up.
No, Judah
No,
good.
nigga, Jesus clearly said
No,
if
he
you
didn't,
think in your
bro.
mind about another woman that
That's
got
not what he
another
said.
man,
That is not what he
you
said.
yeah, that is clearly
Bro,
what he said.
please just allow me. How about this? Do me a favor, Kofi.
Okay, I'm gonna just shut up. I'm gonna
Yeah,
shut up
just
right
let
now.
me
I'll let you
speak.
go. I'm
Let
gonna
me
let you
speak
go.
and
Go
then
ahead.
yeah, let me speak and then you can come
Yeah,
back
you
and
know I'm
chop
gonna
it
do
up.
that. You know I'm
Yeah,
gonna do that.
just come back and chop it up when I'm finished. All right, bet. So when you take that conversation, you got to take into account the previous verse. You can't just take who
So
he
what's the
who
previous verse? Let's
and that's
bring
what
it
I
up.
was reading. Hey, Akmalat or Battle Axe.
Con.
What is it? Is it I don't want to go out because I'm if I go out I'm on my phone, then I gotta come all the way back in.
Don't
Um
he can bring it up.
go up to the
Battle Lights, bring it up.
verse. Go to the verse.
All right.
Go to let me I'm right here on my laptop.
All
This
right.
will
Is it
kill you,
Matthew
nigga.
5 and
This kills
uh
you.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know it
Matthew
sounds
5
It
good.
kill
and
you, bro.
27?
It kill
It
you.
says, "You have heard how it was said to them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Exactly.
But I say unto you, that whosoever looks on a wife, lusting after her,
Got
has
you.
committed adultery with her already
All
in
right.
his heart."
Whoever looks on a wife that is married,
Lustfully.
and you don't even know if these chicks out here married or not, but you can say
No,
in the
no,
grocery
no. What
store
are you
right
talking
now
about?
that
Okay.
she got a fat ass.
Now
Nigga, you
can
don't
I
know if you commit adultery or not. Jesus set the tone. He changed the law.
I'm just waiting
You
for you to
got beat
finish.
up, bro. You got beat up, bro.
I know, bro.
You
Can I
did
respond
though.
now?
And you know what? Guess what, Anonymous? I ain't trying to be no hater of you, but last night, bro, that
This
nigga
nigga
had a
drunk.
rebuttal that fucked you up, bro.
This nigga drunk.
Okay, but guess what, Judah? You get drunk all the time too.
Bro, all I want
So
to do
now
is just
you gonna
well,
say,
I'm not drunk. Can I finish the scripture, please?
go ahead because
All right,
you ain't
appreciate you. You keep saying go ahead, but you keep stopping me and going into your rhetoric.
go. I was addressing Judah
All
because
right, Brett. All right,
he
so
threw
let's get
an
it. So
homonym.
Matthew 5:27. It
He
says, "You
threw
have
an
heard."
homonym. So go
Matthew
ahead.
5:27. You have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. There's not a period here. There's a semicolon here, right? Which lets you know that this is a continual statement. So now let's go to verse 28. But I say unto you, watch this, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already. Now, why is it written like this? Because number one, that woman is married. And this is how we know. But then this is the real violation of the Torah. The
So how
word
you don't
hold on,
know when you be at the grocery
listen,
store?
bro.
Hold on,
Stop
nigga.
and
Hold
listen.
on. I
I'm
can't
finna explain it.
respond.
Hey, come on, fam. Stop,
Well,
bro.
how do you
Stop,
know when you
bro.
at the grocery store? You say this chick got a fat ass. How you know she ain't married?
Can I
How
finish
you
now?
know that,
Can I finish now?
nigga? Because you
Appreciate
don't
you.
keep all 613.
Nobody
That's
keeps
all
all
I'm trying to
613.
say. Like you trying to
Wow.
say that
Hey,
the
come on,
laws of
Kofi. God
Moses
damn. Hey, kick him
and
off for a second,
Melchizedek
bro.
go
If
with
he
the
if he
laws of
can't
Jesus?
can't
No, it
conversate,
don't.
put him in the back for a second, bro.
Kofi.
If he can't
Hold on.
conversate,
Let him respond real quick, Kofi.
yeah, because
See what he
now
gonna
we
say to you.
dealing now he
Okay,
playing with
all
the
right,
law. Yeah,
I ain't gonna say shit, but
yeah.
he
Shut
just
your
killing
punk ass
himself.
up, bro.
Just see what he got to
No,
say. Why?
nigga.
Just check to see what he got to say.
Okay,
So
okay,
now this is why you need to learn to
all
read
right.
languages. Okay. So the word used for lust after her in the Greek It's I always mess this word up. Epithomeo. Okay, this word means
Where
to
do you
look.
get that from? The Strongs?
Here's what the word means. It means to set the heart
You got it
upon.
from some German shit.
Hey,
All
bro,
right.
like really, bro? Like you this afraid?
Yeah, because I know
Every
all
time I
your
talk,
talking
you cut me
points,
off.
bro.
Kobe.
I'm just gonna listen. All right, I'm shutting up.
Appreciate you, fam. So this word epithomeo, and this is why you got to read that entire. You got to read both those two verses together. You don't never just read one verse in this Bible and try to make a doctrine. All right. So when Christ talks about adultery, now he's talking about looking upon a married woman. I'm gonna answer both your questions, Kofi. I'm gonna answer your question about the fat ass, and I'm gonna answer your question about knowing whether or not a woman's married. Just please let me finish, okay?
I
I
am.
promise you. I
I ain't
promise you.
saying
I'm gonna
shit.
answer your questions. Thank you,
I ain't
bro.
saying shit.
Now,
Go
so
ahead.
first off, you got to understand that this is called coveting, because to set the heart upon, or to long for, or look what it says, covet, desire, would fain lust after. That's what it's talking about. Whoever looks upon a married woman to covet after her, you violate the law.
So you
Because
never
now
been
you're
at the grocery store and seen a
stop
bitch
this.
with a fat
Stop. I
ass?
told you I'm gonna answer your question, bro.
Hold
Stop.
on. No.
I just told you
You
I'm gonna
never
answer,
been at the
bro.
grocery store and seen a bitch
Hey
with a fat
fam, I
ass and
just
said she
told
got a
you.
fat
I'm
ass?
glad. I'm gonna gladly answer your question.
Even though you got a wife? You never said that?
That's not covet, bro.
That
I'm
is covet,
just no,
nigga.
it's
It is
not
Shut up,
not.
covet.
nigga.
I just read.
Judah,
Look,
stop. Like, I
bro.
love you to death, bro, but don't do that.
Hey Kofi, come on, bro. Be mature, bro. You can't be this drunk and wild.
I mean, I'm trying to be mature,
No,
but I'm
you're not,
saying,
bro.
like,
You
if we're
trying to
gonna
be
be mature, we
inflammatory.
can
You're not
say
even
that we
listening.
was at the grocery store
You're not
and we
even
seen
listening, bro. You're
maybe a
not even
white bitch with
listening.
a
You too
fat
busy
ass,
being a
or
retard
maybe
right
we
now.
seen a black bitch with a fat ass. We just said,
Man, I
like,
swear
God
to God,
damn.
bro. I don't even know why I
Well,
talk.
look at man. Check it out. Check it out.
Hey,
These
nah,
are.
bro. Can I just finish, nigga? Like, y'all gotta let me. This is important because this is the law, bro. Like, he fucking around because he don't want the law to come out.
No, I know this is
Bro,
the
then shut
law.
the hell
And
up,
I know
then.
I shouldn't do it, but I do it. So I can't even keep Jesus' law.
Hold on, just check this out though, real quick.
Yeah, he
Kofi,
just a
So
let him
whole
how
let
can
faggot.
I
let him
keep
say Kofi.
613 laws?
Hold on, Kofi. Let him finish saying what
All
he's
right,
saying
all right. Go
all the
ahead,
way
go
till
ahead,
he
go ahead, go
ends.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
You keep saying go ahead, but you ain't got no decorum because you drunk, fam. So
Okay.
now let's look at it. The
I can
first
put it
thing
my
is,
way.
we know out
Yeah.
here in this culture, women have wedding rings, right? So number one, if I see a woman with a wedding ring, I shouldn't be looking at her like that. Number two, if we was in Israel,
What
there's
if she
certain
don't
ways. So
have a
like if a
wedding
woman
ring?
got her
What if she
head
just
covered,
out there, she
or if a
married,
woman
she
got
don't
her
have a wedding ring, they couldn't afford it. And so
what?
you say, damn, she got a fat
Hey,
ass.
bro, is you
Like,
still
no,
talking?
nigga, you trying to put dumb shit in the way.
Is you
This
still
what you
talking?
did last night. And this is why I know
I think
Minister
he
Howell
is.
had a problem with you last night. Because,
Is he
nigga, this
still
what you
talking,
would
bro?
do.
Yeah, he's talking to you.
So this is the same thing that old boy did last night, right? Right. That's what I thought. So look,
So we
the
can't
point that
just
we
sit out
making,
here and just say we go to the grocery store and don't say that shit.
man, bro, I swear to God, I would slap these niggas in person. Like the
You
Most
can't
High is
slap
so
me,
good,
nigga. You
man.
ain't never slapped me in person,
Most High
nigga.
is so good, bro. I'm trying my best not to be
Black
this
eyes
person
on
no
black.
more. Like I ain't never been around this many children in my
Nothing
life,
for
bro.
me.
I ain't never been around this many
But you not no
silly ass,
listen,
grown,
bro.
drunk
Like
ass children.
I don't get it.
Bro, you a
Like why
grown,
y'all
drunk
niggas
ass
listen to
child,
this
fam.
nigga?
I'm getting to the point where I hate to see you
This
coming
nigga don't
around because
have
you just a grown.
no
You
kind
got
of
too many
direction,
gray
bro.
hairs to act like this, dude.
Facts.
Jesus said
Like,
what he
what's
said.
wrong with your life to where you drunk at 6:15 in the evening, bro?
Guess
You
what?
completely
We out
toasted.
here right
Can't
now
have no
listening to me.
conversation on a
We cooking
Monday
out. We
afternoon.
doing all
This
this
ain't even
shit.
Friday
Like
happy
nigga,
hour, bro. This on a
you don't tell
Monday.
me about my
It ain't
wife.
even hump day yet. It ain't even
Nigga,
Wednesday, bro.
it don't
It
have to
ain't
be.
Wednesday. It ain't
But guess
Friday. It
what?
ain't you
She
drunk.
know her
You
nigga
you 8 bottles of
when
Mad Dog
when
2020
it come time to pay
on
a car
on
bill
Monday,
or
June
any kind of
14th at
bill in the
6:15,
house,
and you can't
Kobe's
even
doing
have a
that.
normal conversation, bro. And
Yeah,
you
shut
telling
up,
me I
nigga. I
don't know
got
what I'm
7
talking about.
trucks.
You telling me I'm
Nigga,
playing around,
I
and I'm
employ
clearly
black
showing you
people.
how to rightly
And
divide the
I'm not
word.
gonna get into that
You
right
don't
now.
even read the
But I'm
book,
saying
fam.
like
You
you
have no
forced me to
idea
do
what
that
Yeshua was teaching, but you
because
trying to
you
tell me
cannot
he.
you
Now watch
cannot
this.
understand that
He
your
didn't
life
even
is
know the previous verse,
the apple of
Akamala.
your goddamn eye,
He
nigga.
didn't even know
And that's
nothing
what
about
Jesus
the
told you to
adultery.
do.
Look,
He changed
look.
the
I'm gonna
goddamn
tell you
law,
what's funny
nigga.
right now. I'm gonna tell you what's funny right now.
He
He
changed
probably
the
got his
law, nigga.
finger
He
over the
did.
speaker. That's why
He
he
did.
can't hear,
He
and he too
told
drunk
you
to know it.
you can't rape a bitch right
Oh,
now. You can't do none of that.
Dang, I was wondering what's going on. I was like, what is
Yeah,
he?
he
Would he
probably
walk
too
off?
drunk to know that he got
Yeah,
his hand over the microphone.
I'm dropping off, man, because Kofi ruins a party, bro,
Yeah,
with a
I'm gonna
drunk.
jump off too. Hey, but I just
Judah,
yeah, I told you. Look, he moved his finger,
Judah,
Battle Axe.
Judah, Judah. You know I ain't fucking with you right now, so you don't
Hey,
need to do
Battle
that.
Axe. You see, he moved his finger.
But you
That's
need
what
to
they
Yeah,
do.
I see
understand
that. I was
what
like,
this
oh
nigga saying.
shit.
This nigga saying that uh dying for
And
our
then he put it
sacrifices.
back.
Okay.
Hey, let me say this real quick since you can't hear him too good.
But
Y'all got to learn to really read the scriptures, bro. Go into the words, go into the language. What Yeshua is telling you is not to covet after a married woman. That's it, and that's all.
That's it, man.
And if you look at a
okay, so
married woman and you
why is
start to
Christianity
desire or
more
lust after
prevalent
her,
than y'all
right?
Hebrew Israelites?
If you look at a married woman, you start to desire after her, you have committed adultery in your heart because that's a married woman. You understand what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
that's what he's explaining to you. He's being a true teacher of Torah. He's been a master teacher of Torah that's trying to show you the true spirit of the law. And if you
Con.
understand that, now you won't move and put yourself into bad situations. You won't put yourself into a position. And then the other thing
But
that
I'm
you'll
gonna tell
do,
you something about a
then
nigga
the
who
other
don't
thing you'll
even know
do
the
is you
Bible.
won't even start to look at
Taz
women. You
said
won't
some
even
real
start to
shit
look at
last
women
night.
and start to covet. You may see a
Taz
beautiful
said,
woman. Watch
"Nah,
this.
nigga, I ain't
You
going
may
for
look
that."
at a beautiful woman and say, man, she's beautiful, but you won't lust after her and you won't covet after her. And if you learn how not to do any
Can
of
you
those
cover the?
things, hold on, bro.
Hey,
All you got
nah.
to do is relax.
Can you cover the after a nigga's wife
You're
or
not
after
no.
his cattle,
You should not
after
covet.
his
You should not
house,
No,
covet
you have
any of
to
those
covet.
anything?
things. You should not covet
What do
after any of
covenant
those
mean,
things.
though, bro?
It means to
Give me the
want them. It
definition.
means to
Want,
desire them to the point where
desire.
you want to take them. Desire them to the point where you want those specific things. It's nothing wrong with your brother getting a nice car. You seeing
So
that
you
car.
never been in the
Nah,
grocery
hey,
store, nigga,
listen at
or
this
you never
point, man.
been nowhere
Listen
where you
at this
said
point. You asked the
that
question,
bitch got a fat
calm your
ass.
drunk self. That's not coveting, bro.
That
That's
is
not coveting.
coveted, nigga.
No, it's not,
Are you
bro.
stupid?
You're an
You
idiot.
got a whole woman at
You're an
home.
idiot,
Are you,
bro.
you telling me that
You're an
I need to go
idiot.
out here and look
Nigga,
at
my
other
wife
chicks?
will see a beautiful woman and say that's a beautiful woman. Because she's a
Then she's
beautiful woman.
stupid too.
What the fuck did you
Come
say?
on,
I just said that.
come
She's
on,
stupid
man.
too.
Kofi,
All right, bro. Y'all have a good evening, man.
Kofi.
Nigga, am I wrong or
Why you
right?
do that?
No, nigga, I'm not disrespecting his wife. What I'm saying is, if your wife can be cool
But
with
you
you
did.
saying she got a fat ass, nigga, we don't come from that. Y'all know we don't come from that. Y'all know our girls would get upset. Yeah, they might agree with you at the time, but you gonna pay for it later. Stop it, bro. Like, come on,
Brother,
yo. What we
okay.
doing?
Listen, though, about that whole thing about when he's saying that you ain't supposed to be coveting somebody's wife. That's in
You're
the law.
not. I'm not going out here to the grocery store, niggas saying bitch got a fat ass and this and
And
that.
the way
Nigga,
and the way
you know
that
what
you're
I
gonna be
do?
able,
I go to the grocery store, I come home, and guess what? We're going upstairs.
right? Okay, but he wasn't speaking to you then on that moment. He was speaking to
No,
other brothers
nigga,
that's struggling with
well,
that.
his debate last night was about the laws, bro. And I'm
What
sticking
is
to
your?
the laws, bro. How can
Let
you
me
keep
understand something.
all 1613 when God said you couldn't do it? So
When did he say that?
he said he said y'all can't keep this shit. So I'm gonna come as Jesus. I'm gonna die on the cross, and I'm gonna just get. You know what? I'm the curse,
He didn't say that we couldn't keep it. He said that we just didn't. People kept the
bro.
law.
Come on, y'all know y'all can't keep all. Do you keep all 613 right now, bro?
We don't have to keep all of the 613s, but a lot of them
Okay,
have to
so
do with being in
now
your
you
land.
lying.
But
Now
hold
you
on.
lying. Now,
Let
Battle
me let
Axe,
me finish
you know
answering
I
the
don't want to
question
do this
though.
to you,
Watch, let
but
me
I'm gonna
finish
tell
answering
you
it though, because I
if
wanted to
that's
give you the full answer. It's not even long. The ones that I can do in this land, but the ones that's pertaining to me having like livestock and sacrificing
how does the
animals,
land mean anything, nigga? Because spirituality don't mean
because
nothing
the
about
land
land.
we need animals to be able to have that much.
No, hold on, Battle.
Like let me show you.
Spirituality don't mean nothing about land, bro.
Look,
If
let
you
me
can
show
keep
you. Let me
all
show you this.
613, that's what you're gonna do. But you
Well,
know
let
you
me let
can't
me
do that shit.
Well, let me help you
You know
out
you
real quick
can't.
and show you something.
So Jesus came in and made it easier for you.
No, I'm gonna let you finish that, but then after that, I want to show you something.
Show me it right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All right.
shut up.
Let's go to
I'm gonna shut
Leviticus.
up.
Well, you ain't gotta shut up. I'm not tripping.
No, no,
But
no. Battle, you
at
know
the
I
end of the
fuck
day, I
with
do
you,
want to
so
show
I'm
you
just gonna
something.
shut up when it comes to you.
You know what I
There's
mean?
certain niggas that I like to battle, but you no. Go ahead. Do what you do. This your
Okay.
shit.
Well, you already know it. I don't be tripping.
I ain't tripping
I'm,
either,
I'm, I'm,
but I'm telling.
okay. Boom, right here. All right, look. This right here. I'm in the book of Exodus, chapter 29 and
Okay, so
38.
when was the book of Exodus written?
When they came out of Egypt, they were still in
No,
the wilderness.
tell me date. When was the book of Exodus written? Because I know when it was written.
Oh man, come on.
It was
You want me
written
to play?
later.
You want me to play chronological timeline?
No, listen, you don't have to believe in none of that shit. But I'm just saying, for right now, tell me when the book of Exodus was written.
Shit. Keep me real, man. I don't know.
All right,
Not
so
off the top of my head.
continue on.
I have to go. I have to go on my notes to go get
No,
that.
just continue on, bro. Like, listen, I ain't gonna hold you to that.
Well, at the end of the day, I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't really pay too much attention about when it was written for me to be able to accept it or anything.
But sometimes, battle lines, we gotta go do our archaeological digs. We gotta go do all the shit that they do. We always say the white man's information, but why you letting the white man get your information while you can't go do the shit yourself?
I plan on doing that one day, but I'm not gonna
But you
go off
plan
based
on
off of
doing it, but
theirs.
they doing it right now, though, bro.
As in what, like
They
digging up
doing it
stuff
right
and stuff like
now.
that.
They
You mean
keep
digging
you
up?
from doing this shit, bro.
No, 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 man. They over there digging
Yeah,
up.
they do.
They digging
And
up
listen, if you got a
artifacts that's been
felony or some
staged,
shit
brother.
like that, you
Brother,
can't
that
go over
shit's
there
all
either,
staged over
bro.
there, man. That ain't the Holy Land, man. That's and anybody that
Nigga,
thinks
if you
that
got
that's
a
the Holy
felony
Land,
right now and you
hey,
can't
more
get a
power to you.
passport, you
You're gonna
you
need a
you
whole lot
you,
of
you
PVC
can't go
pipe.
over there and dig nothing.
Over there, I know because I wouldn't even try to dig over there though. I wouldn't go to that
But
place.
you need to, nigga, because you need to become a scholar.
I would go
Now
to
what
Africa.
we doing is telling our nigga, go be a scholar. Invest your money. Go over
What,
there, dig, uh go with any kind of institution that's digging. Let's do this. But let's not just shoot off the hip, nigga. Cause
okay,
you ain't doing our
let me show
people
you
no
this though.
service by doing that.
Watch this. This is
Okay.
the part where we got to get
I'm
down this
watching.
book first before I go over there to any other spot and start trying to dig up anything. You know. Watch this though. It said Exodus 29:38 says, "This is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar, 2 lambs of 1 year old, day by day, forever." How the hell
So
am I gonna
so
do that?
battle action. Let me ask you a
No, no, listen
question.
though. How we gonna do you know anybody that got enough
Why
animals?
do you need two animals on an altar to sacrifice them for a guy
Because
that need blood, bro? Like, stop.
no, he doesn't need blood. It's just that blood atones for sins, and somebody,
Nigga, we know
somebody's
the
blood got to
priest
be spilled.
was eating good off you niggas who was zealots who said, well, sacrifice them. But they never fed y'all. They fed themselves.
Who?
This is what the priest did.
The priest didn't
They
have to
they
feed
took
them.
the lamb, they took
These are the
whatever,
people that had
whatever.
land. The priest didn't
But
have any
they ain't
land
give it
though.
to the people. They sat back and ate fat off of that shit themselves.
That's because the people is the ones that was bringing the lamb. They had property and lambs.
No, nigga.
Yeah,
You
nigga,
you
they
don't want
did.
to feed your people right now?
They already had the people was the ones that has the lamb,
No,
brother.
Battle Axe. I'm asking you right now. Do you want to feed your people or not?
I feed my people the word of the Most High.
If I gave you 30 lambs, would you give them to your people?
Yeah, I would give. I wouldn't give every last one. I'd probably
Okay,
save a
so
couple
you're
for
not a
myself.
priest, bro.
I'll probably
Not
save a
a
couple.
priest,
Why,
because the
nigga,
priest,
why wouldn't I want to save a couple of lambs for my damn self?
you're not a priest, bro.
Cause it,
A priest will say, "I'm gonna save all 30 for my goddamn self. I'm gonna just
why would
teach
I?
the people
Why do I want?
whatever the
Why do
fuck
I
I
want
want
30
to."
lambs? Why would I want 30 lambs today? I don't got nowhere to hold 30 lambs.
Nigga, you just keep the shit in your freezer. You know, 6 months from now, you still got lamb in the freezer. Come on, bro.
But I
Who
can't
you
keep
talking
no
to?
30 lambs. Nobody. Hey, man, I ate a deer before. Somebody came by and killed the deer and brought me all that shit. Man, we ate so much deer. I was sick of that shit. I was like, man, and it was only one
No, hold
deer.
on,
We ate
hold
that shit
on,
all year.
hold on, battle. But if it came down to what you need to eat and what you want to eat, that's two different things, bro. But if it came down to what you need to eat, you gonna eat lamb all the time.
Man,
Are
I ain't
you
trying to
not,
be.
or are
I ain't
you?
even trying to just be living under like I just got a need. I want to be able to live under. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. We have some delicacies too. Shit. Damn.
That
Why
nigga
can't
lost
our
that
kingdom be
debate,
dope?
nigga. Hold on, hold on. Let's just get up off of that, because I don't want to combat you. But the nigga lost debate clearly, and you had two sisters that was on the channel who said, "Well, I believe in the Israelite doctrine." When you got a pastor, and I know what Pastor Bennett been doing in the conscious community, and then Pastor How, yeah, he showed y'all how, nigga, if you look at my bitch like that, Jesus gonna get you.
Hmm,
You don't
that's
believe
real.
in that, nigga?
No, that's what they be saying. I don't believe in it. Come on, man. We ain't Christians.
Jesus is protecting your chick, nigga.
Man, what it is that man, if you man,
Nah,
that's
nigga, like you
Christianity,
can't
man.
even
That's
you can't even
Christianity.
say
What
shit.
what it is that man, you gotta look out for yourself and you gotta hearken to the words of wisdom.
No,
That the
I'm
words of
saying
wisdom is the
I can
words
look
that
it for myself, but Jesus is protecting your girl. When she out there and a nigga lusting over her, I'ma curse you, you motherfucker.
wait a minute.
And he helping you.
You can't get
Jesus
down like
helping
that.
you.
You can't be just sitting around there being presumptuous, thinking that, you can just
No, nigga. If
we all can
listen,
just lay down our
Jesus
because
your
we all
main
can't do that.
homeboy.
I can
Jesus your
understand. I
main
can understand.
homeboy.
I can
No,
understand like
nigga,
me
just let me
and
talk.
you probably thinking that way, but we can't make that concept universal. We can't just trust that.
Jesus your main homeboy. Jesus saying like, look, if your girl out there she's shopping, and it's a nigga out there lusting over her ass, or just the battle life might have the finest bitch going. I don't listen. I ain't denying that, but when a nigga do that, Jesus said, "Nigga, I'm gonna curse you for that. Don't look at battle life's chick for nothing. Go about your goddamn business."
But you can't
Am
imagine.
I
You
right
can't
or
imagine
wrong?
in a way. And I'm not totally against what you're saying,
In a
but
way,
I just want to
I'll
say
accept
I want
that.
to say, can
I'll
you
accept that.
imagine?
I'll accept
No,
that.
right. Because I want to add more to it. That's the only reason why. Because I'm saying, but what
Add
about
more to it.
in a place to where there's
What can you
like
say?
like
You
like
can't say
like listen,
nothing.
what about a place to where none of that shit is happening? To where
It,
you gotta
it
sit
happened
here and
every
worry
day.
about
Battle
about
Axe.
about
You
about
got a
all that
girl?
and
Let me ask you a question, Battle Axe. Do you got a girl?
yeah,
So when she out there, you don't think other niggas try to get at her?
no.
You a lying ass nigga.
That's not what I'm thinking. I'm not saying that it's
You
not
a lying
happening.
ass nigga.
Where I,
You know
where I'm not
that
at,
if your
listen,
girl
brother,
look good
listen,
and
where
you
I'm not
know
at,
she out there, uh,
where I'm not at and
niggas
what
gonna
and
say
what
what
I
they got
don't
to
know,
say.
where I'm not at and what I don't know is just what I don't know. And I
Okay,
don't and
but
I and I and
Battle
I don't and
Axe,
I don't trip out on that
are
shit.
can you listen? If you don't, if your girl hide shit from you, that's facts. But can you be a man and say right now, I know this shit?
Know what?
I know that when my girl wear a pair of shorts out there in the public, it's gonna be some nigga that's gonna try to get at her.
If
I
my
don't care
girl
if
was
they
dressing like that, if
minus
my girl
short.
dressing like that, then I already know that there's going to be a lot
No,
of
nigga, I'm talking about
passion.
if she had a beekeeper suit on, nigga, and she still look
That's what I'm
cute in the
saying.
face.
I'm saying, brother, if the female's out there dressed a certain way, listen this real
That
quick.
nigga
If
lost
she's
that
dressed a
debate,
certain way,
nigga, and I'm
it's
telling
because
you
she's
right now,
advertising a
stop
certain thing.
being a
But
Captain
if she,
Save a lot, nigga. Like,
but if
stop
she's
that.
dressed if she's dressed another way, then that means that she's probably not advertising anything, and
If
people
she
play
had
with
a
them.
goddamn beekeeper suit on, or even if she has some shit on, he gonna look at her face, nigga. This one thing that I know men look at women, they
Okay, now,
face. You can't
but I'm
hide, you
saying
can't
that, and
hide
you
your
don't think that
face.
that's a problem? Do you think that that's a problem, or you think that that's something that
All
we
I'm
all
saying
should
though,
be
bro, if
embracing?
I got a woman that right now got a cute face, you cannot be at the store. You cannot say, "Damn, that bitch fine as fuck." Jesus already told you. If you say that, you're done. So guess what? You going to hell, bro.
Okay, let me say this real quick.
You going to
When
hell
Christ
due
was
to Jesus.
look, and when Christ was
Jesus
coming to his people, let
Jesus
me say
told you
this:
you going to hell, bro.
when Christ was coming to his people, they were in the
And
same predicament
I'm
that
gonna tell
we
you,
in.
Amalai
Listen
said
to
some
this, Kofi.
real shit the other
Kofi,
day. He said, "I don't
listen to
even
this.
look at bitches like
Look at
that. I
this.
don't even do none. I don't do none of that kind of shit."
Right, man. We
He
cool on
kept it
that shit, man.
real.
Right, we're cool on that. But peep this.
Okay, so why are
Now let
you
me say
arguing
this
with
though.
me?
No, I'm not arguing. I just want to say something. When Christ was saying that, he was talking to a people that was in the same predicament as us. Those people was already talked about in Jeremiah about how every man is already neighing after each other's wives. In other words, people are having a
I'm
hots
gonna
for each
ask you
other's
one
women.
question, battle. You see why all these niggas jumped
Hold on. Let me
offline?
say this real quick. Let me say this.
All
So
right,
so
go ahead.
when so when you're rebuilding your people up from ground up, there gotta be some things that got to be instilled. Like
Okay,
even the
battle.
lusting
Okay,
of the
battle.
mind, because
Please
check
don't
it
let
out.
her
You can
go
get
out
with some
there.
brothers. Check it out. You can get with some brothers, and it'll be all cool when it's just you guys, the brothers. But then the moment somebody's wives comes through, then you're going to be, and if everybody is not 100% Israelites, you're going to
But
be
battle.
dealing
Let
with
me
some
ask you a
issues.
question. When you see a chick out there today, how do you know she? You look at the ring on the left hand, or what are you looking at? But how do you know this nigga couldn't afford to get her a ring? How you know that's not his wife?
Well, you didn't know, you didn't know.
And
But
so
when
you
you
still
know.
getting judged
It's when you know.
behind you
When you
didn't
didn't
know.
know, listen, when you didn't know, you didn't know. That's a sin of
Okay,
ignorance.
battle. I'm just saying,
There's a
bro.
different
Like,
law. There's a different
you
law
gotta
that you
change
fall
your whole
under.
shit up, bro.
I'm just letting you know that's a
You gotta
sin of
figure out
ignorance.
some real shit right now.
That's why that Exodus, that book,
So if I
that
can go
Exodus
into a
29 I
grocery
just
store
now
right
read to
now,
you. That's why when I read Exodus 29, those were pertaining to um unknowingly sins that you have committed, but you didn't know. They still count
guess
against you.
what? Guess what,
They
bro?
still count
I go
against
into a
you.
grocery store right
That's
now
why you would
with
have to give
blinders
up.
on.
That's why there was
I
always a
go
day
into
of
a
the priest.
grocery store with blinders on. Yeah, I see a lot of chicks. They got ass, all this other kind of shit. But I go in there with blinders on, go get my shit, and I leave. Like,
I know
nigga,
that's what you should do. That's what everybody should do.
okay, so don't say what Anon is saying. It will, you know, I can still do this because ain't no law about that. Nah, nigga, Jesus said it already.
You got some people that's still looking for a mate. Some
How you
people don't
looking
have.
for a man? You got a family.
No. I'm just saying. No, there's some people out there that is still looking for a mate. So that person would have to be told, like, "Hey, man,
Nah, nigga, you
you can
cannot
keep
have no
on.
lust in
No,
your
for real.
heart.
Like, hey,
Jesus
you can
said
probably still
you cannot
pursue
have
your
no
love
lust in
life.
your heart, bro.
Check it
You
out.
cannot
You
have
have
no
to tell the
lust in your
person, like,
heart.
hey, man, you can pursue your love life, my brother,
So,
my
okay, let
younger
me
brother,
ask you a question then,
but you
battle.
can't be over here lusting after
Do
people's
you
wives.
okay? You got Battle, do you got a woman right now?
Do I have a woman around me? No.
You don't have no women around you. You don't have a woman right now.
No, I don't have a woman around me right now. I have a woman, but I don't have one around me right now.
No, well, how you got a woman and you don't have a woman around you, nigga?
Others, like a couple rooms down.
She couple rooms down,
Yeah, I got the door
and
shut.
so you go down there and you fuck with her, right?
No, we live in the same house. Oh, I thought you talking about. Okay, yeah, yeah. I got a girl around. Yeah, in my
Wait,
life.
well,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. So are you telling me that you got a woman who is a couple of rooms down from you in the same fucking house, bro?
No, is that right now? Because I be smoking and yelling online, so I go into a different room.
And so she ain't trying to fuck with you right now. I get what, but
No, I take over the whole house when I do it.
listen. I laugh with you
Kids
on
can't
that
watch
too.
their TV shows.
But what I'm
Can't
asking
nobody
you though, bro.
can't nobody make no phone calls or nothing because I'm over here
Okay,
online
so
yelling and
will you
screaming and
let
shit.
another chick come in your life that would disrespect her?
No.
So when you say you in the grocery store, you say she had a fat ass. You ain't really trying to bring her home, right?
No, but if I was in the store thinking that way, those were days that I would have wished that I could have.
And that's what
And that
Jesus.
right there is
That's what
coveting.
Jesus said. You was committing adultery, nigga.
And that is
Because
though,
even though you're not
it,
married to the girl that you a
because I'm
couple of rooms
coveting.
down from, nigga, you still married.
Because I'm coveting.
Facts.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Facts.
So here I am
So the
over
nigga
here.
lost the whole debate last night.
How?
He did. Because Jesus changed the shit.
He didn't change anything.
He changed, nigga. You telling me it went from rape to selling my daughter to the nigga who raped her for 50 shekels and all this shit to Jesus saying, nigga, if you even think about this shit, you're done.
No, you can get chicks. But if you covet your neighbor's wife, not only did you break that commandment,
Did Jesus say
and you
if
committed
you think about
adultery.
this shit, you're done?
Huh?
Did Yeshua say if you even think about fucking with somebody else's wife, you're done?
No, you only said if you look, yeah, you look at somebody else's wife, that's
That
adultery.
nigga said, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nigga,
adultery.
come on, bro. Like, I love you to death, bro.
But think
I
about it
don't want to
though.
even
Think
question you
about it
like
though.
this.
Think about it. If some dude is sitting around there thinking and imagining sex with your girl as you're sitting there, if you was
He
able to
committing
read his mind,
adultery.
no, bro, if you was able to read his mind, wouldn't you already be offended?
You don't know what this nigga thinking.
No, but I'm saying if you did.
If the nigga made an action, maybe he might have grabbed her pussy or something. Yeah,
That's
I'll
offensive.
do that. But nigga, I don't know what you thinking in your mind. Facts.
He just letting you know that when you break the 10th commandment,
If me and you sitting around right now, Battle Axe, and me and your girl around, and
uh-huh.
maybe I'm thinking like, damn, I want Battle Axe chick, but I'll never make no move like that. I committed adultery by even thinking about my nigga around. Yeah, his girl finer than mine.
Yes,
So
that's
I might
adultery.
want her.
Those
I'm
are
committing
problems. You're not
complete
supposed to be
adultery because I know my girl is there too.
right because it says, "Thou shalt not covet your neighbor's house,
Okay, so
neither
nigga, that nigga
shalt thou
lost the
covet your
debate.
neighbor's wife." Look, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife.
So stop defending this nigga though, bro.
Thou shalt not break wedlock.
Uh,
So
Stop defending
coveting
this
your
nigga
neighbor's
though,
wife
bro.
is actually breaking wedlock
Because
in your
Jesus
mind.
said, at the end of the day, if you even think like this, you're done.
Oh yeah, man. Because
You're
we
going
can't
to
be going
hell.
into another we can't be going into another kingdom when people thinking that way.
Yeah,
A
that's
lot of
all I'm
people want
saying.
to leave this place and go to something better. Some people want to do it when they're dead. Some of us trying to do it when we're still alive. The ones that trying to do it when we're alive, man, we can't be having people sitting around here. You know what I mean? I want to be able to lay down my guards.
Hey, Battle,
Why
I
the fuck I
fucks
gotta
with
always
you,
have my
bro.
guard up? I'm tired of having my guard up.
I
Ain't
am
you?
too.
That
Yeah,
shit
I
gets
am
that shit
too.
gets old. That shit gets
It
old.
get
You know what
old,
I'm saying?
don't it? It
Yeah,
get
man.
old.
Like I'm just trying.
But then sometimes we gotta say, like, you know, at the end of the day, when we see niggas who really don't think like us, we gotta shut them away. We can't protect them because it's only gonna do our kids wrong. We got niggas in the way right now that will say, you know, at the end of the day, yes, you lust over my daughter, and you don't get no punishment for that. Jesus already said it. So nigga,
Right.
lust
That
over my daughter if you want, but you gonna get some real shit. You gonna die,
right.
nigga. You gonna not die as far as life, but you gonna die in your shit that you trying to do. I know this
Yeah.
shit, bro.
I say the first one too. Ultimately, if you just keep it up, man. If you keep it up, that shit can lead to your death. Just checking out people's women, because if you get into the habit of that, when our people are in the state that they in right now, even though you an Israelite and all that, you keep on looking at people's, or you just get in the habit of just looking at women, you're going to end up looking at somebody's wife. And what happens is you're going to be faced with as if somebody has taken that to where you have offended them into an adulterous manner. And you might get attacked.
But
Could be the result of you losing your life. You don't know what's going to happen with the next
hold
punch.
on,
Like,
Battle
motherfucker
Axe.
might stop
If
you
I'm
and
a
you hit your head on
Gentile,
something.
if I'm a Gentile that fuck with you and you believe you're Israelite, but if I'm a Gentile that believe in you and we can really do some real shit, quote unquote, on some real shit, nigga, why would you even look at me like that? Because a God done told you that. And yes,
Told you.
your God can tell you that. But I'm gonna tell you this nigga right here, that nigga is zealot, bro. That nigga, he never acknowledged Jesus is having no demigod response to anything. He just said Jesus didn't change the law. Paul really went off the teachings of Jesus. He said, y'all can eat pork anytime you want. Paul clearly
Christ never
changed the
said
law.
that. Christ never said that.
Paul said
Paul
it.
never even said that.
Nigga, Paul didn't say, eat what you want.
No.
You a
Paul did not
lying
say
ass
that.
nigga, and
You
I swear
can't.
to God, I hate that you do that.
He didn't say that.
Paul
He said that
said,
all that
eat
God
what
gives.
you, what he
God
say?
did all that God gives. All
So,
that God has given
did
you.
God give crabs? Did God,
No,
hold on.
no,
Let me, no, hold on. No,
no.
nigga,
God did
I'm
not give
about
you
to put you
crabs.
in a box real quick. But did God say, let there be light?
Yes,
Did God
he
say,
said
let
that.
there be the animals?
Yes, he did.
And so when God say, let y'all do whatever the fuck y'all need to do to survive, he didn't say eat all these animals. He said, don't eat pork. That that was God's uh uh come on, bro. Like stop.
It says at Leviticus 11:2. It says,
So our
"These
slaves,
are the beasts which you shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth."
okay.
And then
So
he
why did
tells you what
slaves
you
eat
can
chitlins,
eat.
nigga? Why did slaves eat anything that they could? Because they was being oppressed. And so they had to eat the
Wait a
shit.
minute. You
No
said
matter
why
what the
did the
fuck your God
slaves?
said.
Why did the slaves eat anything? Because they were
Your
being
God
oppressed.
said don't eat it. But we can see right now that the slaves never agree with your God. They ate pork, they ate chitlins, they ate everything.
I know, and they were
Niggas they had
slaves.
to survive.
And they were
Your
slaves.
God don't like a
Think
person
about that.
that needs to survive. Just
Think
believe
about
in
that.
me. Just
No,
believe in
no,
me.
no, no, no. They ended up having to
Just
eat that
believe
pork.
in me.
They ended up eating that pork during
Just
slavery
believe in me.
because at the time when they didn't have to eat pork, they still did.
Your God want us to believe that He took care of motherfuckers for 40 years in the wilderness, nigga. He did not.
Why not?
He did. He did not. Ain't no
Why not?
bones. Ain't no animal carcasses. Ain't no uh human traits in anthropology that say that he did that. So when we look at technology right now, we can go to that. But I'm telling you, nigga, he did not do that
Why you say that?
because we don't
Explain
have
that.
no evidence of nobody being in the wilderness for 40 years. Nigga, you don't have no camel bones. You don't have no human bones. You don't have no baby bones. You don't have.
Oh, where
You
over
don't even
there?
have
Oh, you talking
food
about in the Middle
bones.
East? You talking about over there in the
Facts,
Middle East?
bro.
Oh yeah, I agree. There ain't no evidence. Whole lot of lack of biblical evidence because it's not the spot.
I
You're
know
gonna
what
get
you
that same
said,
result
South
if you look.
Africa.
If you're gonna get that same result if you look for biblical evidence in the
Hey,
United
look.
States, you ain't gonna find nothing.
Hey,
You look
look.
for biblical
Battle.
evidence in China, you ain't gonna find nothing.
Battle. I'm gonna say one
But
thing.
absent of evidence don't
If
mean
you
evidence of
if you take
absence.
it to Africa, bro, I don't have no problem with that. If you say, because I know how y'all think. You said the Garden of Eden was in South Africa, but ain't not gonna not agree with you on that, bro.
Well, they would
At
have to
least you
the
trying
moment they
to
get there. No matter what, listen.
no. At
When they
least
get
you
there,
trying to. At
let's
least
say
you
that
trying
this
to
place
give it
all
back to Black
let's say that
African
this place
people.
all became uninhabitable tomorrow, and we all said all as Israelites would be like, okay, we going to the homeland. There's going to be a lot of us that's going to go to the Middle East, but then there's going to be a group of us that's going to go to Africa
Where
that
would you
first
go?
day,
Where would
unless
you go right now, Battle?
check it out, unless some miraculous event takes place to where those people are
Where
going to
would you go right
automatically
now, Battle?
check it out. Oh, I'll go to Kenya.
You go to Africa, right?
Yes, yes.
So these niggas, they listen. You don't combine with him, bro. 2 years ago, he
But
was
listen
saying he
though,
was not African.
but you got to realize what I'm about to say.
No, no,
Those
nigga.
ones
I
that
need you to
end up going
understand
to the Middle
the
East, check it out. The ones that end up going to the
okay.
Middle East, they're going
Like
to
you don't
have a
want to hear
rough
no
start.
real shit.
They're going to have a real rough start.
Okay, but
Hopefully
battle.
they will be
I'm
still in
telling
contact with
you,
us
two
or be in
years
contact
ago,
with people that went to
Yara
Africa.
and Anonymous was saying they weren't African, nigga. How you gonna convince these niggas?
Well, the proof will be in the pudding.
Now all of a sudden they're saying they old Torah, they Africans, this and that. Nigga, y'all change your game up. Cause the dark
Well, they probably
side
found out
really
more.
done fucked them up.
They probably just found out more.
But
You
I,
never
I
know.
know you, nigga. I know you. You said the shit come from South Africa. At least you put
Con.
Africa in the way. These niggas would never do that. Ask A9 to show his African roots. He would never do it. Ask
Well,
Yara to do the same shit. He would never do it. Because y'all want to be these Levant niggas. And
yeah, I'm not.
I
I
believe
don't push that
in what
Levant
you're
thing.
saying. They got the land wrong. They got the
Everybody that
land
thinks that the
wrong.
Middle East, everybody that thinks that the Middle East is the Holy Land, they got it wrong. And if they don't believe me, then go there. And then after you go there, go to Africa and tell me where we should actually have a better start at. And the dead giveaway. That's all. I'm done. Hey, the phrase of 2021 is dead giveaways, and the word for 2021 is treason. We got we got traitors, but yeah, there's just some dead giveaways to what the fuck we should be doing. I don't even know how we're getting confused in this book. Dead giveaway. Hey, should we keep the laws? Psalms 119, the whole chapter, dead giveaway. Come on, what you talking
Badass,
about?
you cannot keep all 613. Like, bro, stop saying
When we get in
that.
the land, yes, you can.
You cannot do it, bro. Jesus came to give you salvation on these laws. Like, bro, give them
Okay, let me
up.
ask you a question. All right, this is a law right here, and I'm gonna ask you this law, and tell me that if we can do this or not. All right.
Just ask the question, bro. Like,
And
keep
that
it going.
man that will do presumptuously, so that he will not hearken unto the priest that stands there to minister unto the Most High your God, or unto the judge, he shall die. And so thou shalt put away evil from Israel, and all the people shall hear and shall fear, and shall do no more presumptuously. So if we see
All that
somebody,
scripture is saying right now is like, why are you putting away evil, nigga?
no, I'm
Because you know
saying
you're supposed to
somebody,
be balanced.
if we see somebody sin willingly, can we kill them in United States?
If you kill them, you're supposed to be balanced in that, bro.
No, I'm saying
Like,
like right now. If me
you
and you
came
see
up with some
somebody,
dumb shit right now.
if me
Like,
and
I
you,
don't even get what you're saying.
if I sit there and say, hey, hey, Kofi, that dude over there, he going out with he macking into some dude's wife,
Okay, so
and then
then
you say, hey
maybe
man, hold
we
on,
can be
that's the homie's wife, she's married, man, no, leave that alone. He looks at you
okay.
and say, man,
So
hold on,
you a true
he looks at you and
Hebrew
say, man,
Israelite.
Kofi, he looks
You
at you and say,
telling me
Kofi,
that right now that you wouldn't
he
kill
says,
that
man,
nigga for doing that? You would stone that
listen,
nigga for doing
that's what
that?
I'm saying. If he says, Kofi, shut the fuck up, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And then you turn around and we kill
Stone
him.
a nigga?
Think about it.
I turn around stone a nigga?
Yeah, me and you. We just, we just do our thing.
No, we ain't just doing that. I turn around stone a nigga. Are you gonna tell me I'm wrong for that?
I'm gonna say in United States, are they gonna think you're wrong for that? That's the question. In United States, would you be wrong for that?
Come on, bad lights.
Come on now. In United States, me and you both gonna be going to jail,
Come on, battle.
right?
So what? We go to jail. So what? You know
So
what?
what?
We can live in jail too. We done figure this out,
What about the
bro.
people that depends on you to be here?
Guess what? I'll be there for even if I'm in jail. I can still do it. But I'm gonna
It
tell you,
ain't the same.
nigga, that like jail is jail supposed to scare you, nigga?
Jail is a punishment.
No,
Fact.
jail is not a punishment. Jail is a preservement.
Oh no, it's not. Jail is a punishment,
No,
and
nigga, because
it's like a pause.
if you did 10 years in jail right now, you get out, and all these niggas been out here in the streets, you gonna be preserved.
Physically, but not mentally.
Yeah, you gonna be somehow mentally, but physically, nigga, you gonna be able to do what the fuck you need to do.
The part that you're
What
going to
would
be
you rather
preserved
do?
with,
Well,
the mental part.
hold on, battle. What would you rather do? If a nigga challenge you right now, would you rather challenge you mentally or physically?
I'd rather challenge somebody mentally.
No, if the nigga was trying to do something to your daughter or your kids or your family, nigga, you ain't trying to challenge the nigga on what he believe, nigga. No, you're not gonna do that. You gonna say, nigga, come physically, let's do this.
Oh, you talking somebody trying to fight me?
Yeah,
That's it's just, I know. That's what I'm saying. Somebody tries to fight me. Yeah, you got to fight back.
yeah, come on,
But I'm
bro.
saying, if I can
Like,
choose
nigga,
how
you
this
need to
person is going to come at me, if I say you can choose if he's going to attack you, he's going to punch you in the face, or if he's going to
bad
start trying to
lights.
teach you a false doctrine.
Bad
I'd rather you
lights.
try to teach
Let
me a
me tell
false
you something
doctrine
who you are.
than to
You the
punch me in the
dark
face.
side, nigga.
'Cause I can beat his doctrine up. But
No,
punch me
I'm
in the
saying
face,
you
the
the
damage is
dark
going to get
side.
done. You got socked
You
already. You got
are the
socked.
dark side, bro.
What's up, Malak?
I get what you're saying. Like, I can't even argue with you. Cause I know you the dark side.
Who?
You know that when it comes to these white folks, we need to do something different. And you know what? Who cares about what we think about anybody's ideology? It's one enemy that we got. And I'm gonna stick to that. Fuck all what all y'all niggas saying.
But you
Y'all
know
don't
that your
even
enemy.
understand the dark side. The dark
We
side
get you.
is these
We get
black
you on all
niggas.
that. We get you on all that. But what we do is we focus on how he's attacking you too. He operates on many levels, man.
Are you still concerned about how he attacking you?
You got to
You
be
been know
concerned.
how he
Somebody's
been attacking you, bro.
you got to block
So
the
now
punches.
during the information age, you can't say about how he attacking you. Yeah, you know this shit. You won't even use it.
How do you think the white man attacks us on the way that the Israelites is answering back?
The white man will attack you in so many ways because the white man understands one thing. He needs to survive.
What's one of the ways that he's
Niggas
attacking us?
like doing TikTok.
Isn't
Niggas
it
doing
not through our
TikTok.
mind?
Niggas doing all this shit. But
Through your
y'all
mind,
ain't in the
right?
woods.
They
Y'all
attack
ain't
your
doing
mind, right?
nothing. No, y'all not doing nothing.
No, the white man attacks our mind
He don't
also,
even attack your
correct?
mind. Yeah, the
So why
Jews
not
attack your
fight back?
mind, nigga.
Why
But the
not
white
fight
man
back?
don't do that.
Why not fight back with your mind?
I'm telling you that the Jews will attack how you live, but the white man will attack how you think. He just wants you to make him the superior motherfucker. But the Jews will attack how you live. They got
No,
more power than the white
these
man. That's why
people
they
keep
call
you
him
in sin.
Goyim.
These people keep you in sin, which causes you to be weaker. Sin makes you
Okay,
weak as
Bad
a people.
Lights. Listen,
You got to
I'm
hear
done
this.
on that,
No, listen though.
bro.
Listen though. When black people lose touch,
All I'm telling you is, bro,
listen, now you got to hear
you need
something
to
though.
wake up,
You got to
bro.
be willing to
Wake
hear it
up.
because you listen. I've been listening to you. I allow you to talk and everything. I don't care. But I want to be able to say something to you.
Wake up, bro. Wake up. And
You
I'm
gonna let me
telling
say
all
this?
these other niggas to wake up too.
Are you
Because
gonna
if
allow
you
me to
can't
say
have
this
a
to you though?
female in your
Hey,
life
your mic is
that
muted. Ak,
really understand what the fuck you
Your mic
saying,
is muted.
and she just want to have her way, you don't need to be with her.
I can't hear you. Ak,
Yeah, it's time for the black man. I'm gonna tell you something right now,
press
nigga.
that
This
speaker.
black
Ak, in the
man
corner, in the
stand up
top right corner.
time.
Hold on, Kofi. Hey, press that speaker in the top right corner. It's like a little red speaker or the speaker with the Bluetooth sign. Um,
All right,
but no, check it
but
out, Kofi.
hey, look, battle.
Kofi,
I don't. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
you
I
got to
know
hear
you
this though. Let me
judge.
say this to you real quick.
I ain't come here to battle.
I know that you didn't. Check it out though. When it comes down to these laws, statutes, and commandments, these are the things that we have to actually abide by as a people group, so we could actually move forward with building up the so-called black man's condition.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yup, loud and clear.
Yeah,
What's going on there,
oh,
Akmalot?
what's going on, man? Shalom. Shalom.
Come on,
Shalom.
man.
Kofi, I was going to say, man, you falling. You talking about we need to wake up. You need to wake up, brother, because you are falling for the white man's potion, which is that damn liquor.
Ah, he got you on that one. What you got to
You
say
over
about
there
that, Kofi?
drunken and stuff, man. You the one that needs to be awoken, or you
No,
the one.
if you gonna judge
We
debate,
waking up our people. We out here actually doing something.
no,
While you
come
over here,
on, I'm a lot. Stop, bro.
I ain't
You
tripping. I'm
know
just letting
that's
you know,
dumb.
man. Out of love.
No, we
Somebody
can't
gonna have to let
trust
you
no
know.
Hebrew
I
or
mean, without
Israelite
tripping
chick
on you.
to do something real for us. Like, cause they listen to y'all. I'm just saying this, bro. Like at the end of the day, they gonna listen because they know either they should. Why a Hebrew Israelite chick gotta feel like I can be in a household with three different other chicks and have one husband? Nigga, as Africans, we don't do that. Bitch, you better not bring no other nigga in here. And she might tell me, nigga, don't bring no other bitches in here. I'm your only one.
Man,
And your
Kobe.
This is
point?
what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do.
What
We
was
gonna
your point?
say
What
at
was
the
your
end of
point?
the day, I accept my nigga bringing another girl in the household, and we she working, I'm working, the other girl working, we getting along. But nigga, what about the bacteria we share and all this other kind of shit? Like y'all not even looking at the shit. If you got a okay, I'm shutting up because if you got a real girl, bro, and then you fuck another girl, you're bringing her bacteria to the other girl, and then she gonna wonder why her pussy stink. Cause at the end of the day, you doing something wrong, you dumbass niggas.
Oh man,
And I'm not
it
saying
sound it
nigga
sounded. No,
battle
that's too
axe.
graphic. That's too graphic. Because
I'm
at the
not
end of the
saying
day,
that battle axe
no. But check it out.
or
That's too
I will not
graphic.
do that.
That's way too graphic. Because at the
Who
end of
is
the
that
day,
coming to defend this
that's
shit?
graphic, and I don't even know why anybody is going to be
Are you
getting
gonna
down
defend this shit, nigga?
like that. Like no, 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 no.
Are you
You
gonna
don't go off
defend
and get
this
you.
shit, nigga?
Well, check it out. You don't go off and get too wise and be out there freaking being freaky deaky. Like I don't even this.
So
Come
why
on.
you just can't be with your girl and just say I'm gonna be with her and fuck the rest?
That man, that ain't no problem with that either.
I'm not
If
gonna
you
bring
want,
her back nothing. I know y'all niggas got baby mamas that y'all still
brother,
wanna
there ain't no
fuck
problem with that.
and all this other kind of shit. Like
A
I'm
lot of
real,
people
bro.
actually do that.
Like
A lot of
I'm
people
not gonna
actually already do that.
bring no dumb shit to this panel. I'm real, nigga. I know that you got a nigga that right now, if you got a girl right now that you wanna fuck to this day. And if you could do it, you'll fuck her, and then you go back and fuck your baby, the girl you with. And you gonna bring her back bacteria and all this shit that's gonna make her pussy stink, all this.
Well, I don't got two wives, so I don't have to worry about that. And if
Yeah,
you think
y'all
about it
niggas
like
are
that,
stupid.
if you think about it like that, you don't need you good right where you at. Just stick with your one wife. Don't even don't overthink it. Because there's nowhere in the commandments where it says thou shalt have more than one wife. So you don't have to worry about all that. You're borging out. Is he borging
What?
to you up?
Yeah.
All right, check this out. That's Psalms 119. Watch this.
They would go.
Okay, hold on. I think we did enough with Psalm 119. Check this out. Jeremiah 5. This goes to them passport chops. This goes to all them fake God's people, them frauds. Jeremiah 5 and 1, it says, look through Jerusalem, behold and see,
Y'all niggas
and seek through the
oh
streets and
shit.
also within. And if you can find one pastor pork chop, if you can find one minister, if you can find
Okay, I
one
like what
deacon, hold on, that does equal and right. That actually keeps the commandments and teaches the people equity. What causes these people to be in this cursed position that they're in? You see if you can find a
shit.
pastor that's going to actually sit there and teach that shit.
I'm a lot.
He says, or that labors to be
I'm
faithful, be
a
actually
lot.
out there with the lambs
Guess
and the goats and the
what?
garments and the, you know what I'm saying? To try to institute and kick in the coming of Christ's kingdom, man. Actually start trying to build it up through works, not just sitting around here doing a bunch of hooping, hollering on the stage. Where, for real, where are we gonna find the real deal at? all the way up into the Hebrew Israelites, man, that has been void. We ain't had none of that. He said, and I shall, he said, and if I could find something like that, I'll spare them, says the Most High. Instead, we ended up with our Martin Luther Kings and our Malcolm X's being smoked. Why? Because they don't work, they don't do equal and right. They don't labor to be faithful. He said, for though they say, the Most High lives, yet do they swear to deceive. Whereas thou, O Lord, looks only upon faith and truth. What? They said the Lord lives. Yet do they swear to deceive. They over there saying, calling themselves Christians, calling themselves this, saying they that. I'm God's people. I walk in the faith. I'm all about my love with them. And you like, and you saying all that shit to sit here and say that and turn around and say, I don't have to keep the commandments.
Wicked.
I don't have to follow them laws. What God said what was good for me. I'm talking about it would benefit me if I put it in my life. You're saying don't even pay attention to that because now you running around J-bombed out. I'm like, wait a minute. J-bomb don't teaches you equity, as in like if somebody steals from me, what is supposed to be required, so he doesn't even get tripped on by God. There are certain things that people got to do to cause them to make it to where they don't get tripped on by God. You yourself, this is how you get yourself equal, so you don't be sitting around here with no grudges. Somebody steals from you, okay, let him pay you back double. Somebody that steals, he pays somebody back double. Guess what? Most High power ain't gonna be after him. But if he doesn't pay back double, Most High still coming after him. And when people don't teach our people that concept, they are still making it to where the problems never get actually cleaned up. They just get swept under the rug. That's right. Now watch this. He said, thou hast scourged them, but they took no repentance. And thou hast corrected them for amendment, but they refused thy correction. They made their faces harder than a stone and would not amend. That's us right now that you see us. We done been through the blues, so-called black man, all the way to where we look the craziest out of everybody on planet Earth. Yet, we still ain't learning that God is actually on us. We ain't never even being told that it's on us, and it doesn't dawn on us that God is actually tripping on the so-called black man, and this is a divine punishment that is being called upon us for something that we're causing. I mean, for something that we're doing that's causing this to happen. That's how I wanted to see it. So he says, at 4, he says, and for that reason, I thought in myself, peradventure, he said, just so happens, or just in case they are so simple. These people are so stupid and foolish that they understand nothing of Yahweh's way and judgments of our God. For that reason, will I go unto their heads and rulers and talk with them. If they know the way of the Most High and the judgments of our God, but these in like manner have broken the yoke and burst the bonds in pieces. And for that reason, a lion out of the wood shall hurt them, and a wolf in the evening shall destroy them. The cat of the mountain shall lie lurking. That's them popo. There's a cat of the mountain. Who the cat of the mountain? Your neighborhood police department. That's that count. That's that cat lying, lurking by their cities to tear in pieces all them that come there out. He said, because their offenses are many, and their departing away is great. Should I then, for all this, have mercy upon you? He says, man, your children have forsaken me and sworn by them there ain't no gods. Running around talking about Zeus or Z-Bomb, thinking that you praising some fictitious version of God's son. that's what makes it a strange God. And he said that we're gonna be worshiping over in these lands. Not like the usual. You be like, wait a minute, that wasn't usually how God was speaking. You know, that book was thick, and about 3 inches of that mofo was like not talking like that. I don't know. That's a pretty strange new uptake that the book has taken. Like, I don't, that's what he was talking about. The strange God. So he says, excuse me. All right. He said, your children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are not gods. And albeit they were bound to me in marriage, yet they fell in adultery and haunted harlots' houses. And I was in right there on them churches, man. He said, in the desire of uncleanly lust, they are become like the stoned horse. What? In the desire of uncleanly lust, they are become like the stoned horse. You know what that means? Today we translate that as hypersexual, horn dogs. They all become like horn dogs. Every man neighs at his neighbor's wife. What? Every man neighs at his neighbor's wife. And that's what Christ had to sit here and try to let everybody know. Like, man, you are committing adultery. Because y'all brothers be sitting around here openly in yourself, lusting and desiring, hoping, and some of y'all even wait for opportunity to lay with your neighbor's wife, your brother's wife, your homie's wife. Out here in California, man, these gang members and got the gang so pervertedly twisted to where it ain't even like it's culturally not a big deal. I didn't sit around gang members and they're like, yeah, the homie was, I went to jail and homie was up in there with my female. I was like, damn, man. I'm like, man, that dude's whack. Well, you already know niggas is just gonna be niggas. You know what I'm saying? I was just mad at the female. I was just like, damn. Okay, so it's just a culture amongst y'all now. Just don't, hey, for real, don't go to jail. You wanna join the California gang? Hey, I don't know. That's gonna be your business. But if you want to keep your wife, I tell you this one, don't go to jail. Make sure y'all get away with every crime that you commit. Because your buddies, the ones that don't get caught, yeah, watch out. Anyways, why? Because at 8, he says, in the desire of uncleanliness, they are become like horn dogs, stoned horses. Every man neighs at his neighbor's wife. Should I not correct this, says Yahweh? Should I not be avenged of every people that is like unto this? The answer to that is, man, hell yeah, nigga. Make trip on them niggas, man. He said, climb up upon their walls, beat them down, but destroy them not utterly. Cut off their branches, because they are not Yahweh's. They are not the Lord's. Because unfaithfully has the house of Israel and Judah forsaken me. So we got the whole people. We got the pastors and the priests, ministers and the deacons. Ain't shit. Watered down nothing. Let's just be honest. You ain't shit. You ain't teaching us all those laws that the Most High Power has in that book. I don't know what the fuck I don't even know what them people are going in there to do. I don't know how you can do a church for 30 years and you ain't reading the book. I don't know how. You got to be under a spell. You got to be deceived by some spirit. Something else is at play. Because that's some bullshit. You can get me, for real, man. You can fool me with that one for about
They
a
over
year
there
or two, man.
flattering the people.
Man, but I guess that is what it is then. I'm going to have to just go ahead and ride with that then. Motherfuckers just load up in there and getting their ego stroked. They
Can
don't
you hear
want
me?
to learn.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going with what you said. I'm like, shit, hey, man, that answer was better than my guess. Because I'm over here, I'm bewildered. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'm just too much focused into my own little world to where I'm just completely overlooking the obvious. But yeah, they is getting flattered up in there. They is getting their ego stroked. Some motherfuckers, that's all that they was actually ever even looking for. Yeah, I said that some of these motherfuckers was that's all that they was ever even looking for, man. They wasn't looking to actually serve God. They went up in there to feel better. Period. I want to feel better. I got issues that I'm dealing with. Like then they're just talking about themselves. Uh-uh. You know? Oh yeah, Pastor Pork Chop just now rubbed me on down. You're like, yeah, he sure did, almost like a high school pep rally almost. Made you feel real motivated about, and optimistic about your week now, huh? Like, okay, I feel you, man. Fuck that shit. What about law, statutes, and commandments, man? What about these curses that we actually sitting here facing? How we get the hell up out of this? Mr. Slippery Greasy. Oh, he ain't got nothing to talk about like that, huh? Fraud. He says, oh, okay, so we got the passport chops. They ain't shit. My bad. And then you get to the people. They wicked as all hell. Why? Because there ain't no correction. God's laws is not being the leaders that's supposed to be leading our people. They're not actually teaching what needs to be taught. That's why he said at the beginning, he's like, go look and what's in your streets. Even look within. Go inside the houses. Look inside the churches. Go inside these people's crib. Look around. Check out all these motherfuckers. They all as whack as hell. You like, and you know it. Every one of them. The ones that ain't violent want to have sex with your chick. Like what? You're like, what? 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 Yeah, I said I don't care. Oh no, man, shut that shit down. He ain't cool. He doesn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Guess what? He either wants to hurt you or he wants to have sex with your chick. I don't care. That's what the Bible said. Anything else? Fuck that. I'm not gonna play. Miss me. You can say that shit for somebody else. Take it down the street. They'll buy it. I ain't buying it. I read what the Bible just told me. It said these motherfuckers that's leading us, they ain't nothing but liars. And everybody else, they thinking with the wrong heads. What? Oh, you want more? Okay. He said at 12, he says, look at this. They have denied the Most High and said, it is not He. And now we even got people that's sitting around here saying, and that goes for even the ones that's sitting there trying to say, oh, I'm down with God. Who is it He that they're saying it is not? Y'all Shah Hamashiach, that's right. So you go and look and say, oh. So now, even the ones that actually, I'm talking about the best that we actually was working with, is some bunch of denying ass traitors. Oh, shit. You're like, what the fuck happened? What happened? What is going on here? This looks like the aftermath of a nuclear bomb. Look at this. That they have denied Yahweh and said, it is not He. Tush, there shall no misfortune come upon us. We shall see neither sword nor hunger. Who would be able to say that today? That's denying that it is not He. And then don't think that. Because at first, the second part of it would make you think they're talking about Christians. But it's not. Because the Christians don't deny that it is He. They don't deny the Son of God. They just been taught a fucked up doctrine with it. The other ones that did the ones that overcorrected themselves is the ones that's denying an in particular individual. And that was prophesied in Jeremiah 5. And they think that, they're still cool. Like, we ain't gonna see no sword and hunger. A lot of these people are actually in good cases when they say these things. That's just how the shit works out. It's just crazy. Bible is perfect. He says, as for the warning of the prophet, but it's like Akbalak, Torah, battle axe finna has in the house. Guess what they do with them? It says right here, they take it before women. They sit there and call us the stupidest motherfuckers around here. Even though it's evident that we're taking this very, very serious, as much as anybody would want to see somebody take something serious. Lo and behold, what we say is just but wind. Yeah, there is none of these which will tell them that such things shall happen unto them. Ain't nobody going to get through to these people. He said, wherefore thus says the most high power of armies, because you speak such words, behold, the words that are in your mouth will I turn to fire and make the people to be wood, that it may consume them. Lo, I will bring a people upon you from far, O house of Israel, says Yahweh, a mighty people, an old people, a people whose speech you knows not, neither understand what they say, especially when you get up into their courtrooms. Their arrows are sudden death. Yeah, they themselves shall be very giants. This people shall eat up your fruit and your meat. Yeah, they shall devour your sons and your daughters, cause them to be poor as fuck. And your sheep and your bullocks. Take all your property. Take all your money. Take all your wealth. All your economics drained. Because back in them days, that was their wealth. Livestock. Today, your money. That's your livestock now. It's even still being called something related to the stocks over there in New York, stock exchange. So still kind of, retrospectively, we're still dealing with cattle. So, and not to mention, it's made out of cotton also. The dollars is made out of cotton. So there you go again, Mr. Slave Man, picking that cotton. You ain't never stopped from picking cotton. Anyway, watch this. He said, these people will cause you to be poor and economically unstable for you and your children. You know that they shall eat up your grapes and figs. As for your strong and well-fenced city, wherein thou did trust, they shall destroy them with the sword. Nevertheless, I will not then have done with you, says the Most High. But if they say, wherefore does the Most High, our power, does all this unto us? Then answer them, because that like as you have forsaken me and served strange gods in your own land, even so shall you serve other gods also in a strange land. Priestess unto Jacob, O house of priestess unto the house of Jacob, and cry it out in Judah, and say this, hear this, thou foolish and undiscreet people. You got eyes, but see you not. Ears have you, but you hear not. Fear not me, says the Most High. He's like, man, you ain't scared of me? Are you, man? He's like, you ain't got no shame to look upon me in the face, which bind the sea with the sand, so that it cannot pass his bounds. He said, man, even though it rage, yet it can do nothing. And though the waves thereof do swell, yet may they not go over, because they are obedient. And these are the waves. Crazy ass waves, destructive waves, way stronger than the so-called black man. But they still stay obedient. But then look at us. But this people, and they have a false and obstinate heart. They are departed and gone astray from me. They think not in their hearts, oh, let us fear the Most High. Let us fear the Most High, our power, that gives us rain early and late when need is, which keeps always still the harvest for us yearly. Nevertheless, your misdeeds have turned these from you, and your sins have robbed you hereof. For among my people are found wicked persons. What? For among my people are found wicked persons. You don't keep the commandments according to Psalms 119 and 3? You're freaking wicked. He says, for among my people are found wicked persons that privately lay snares and wait for men to take them and destroy them. And like as a net is full of birds, so are their houses full of that which have they gotten with falsehood and deceit. They go to Revelations 18 and 2, man. When it says that Babylon is fallen as it became a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Well, you go look at that. Where do you think that this rhetoric was being able to be accepted from? Where was it rooted in? It was rooted in Jeremiah, man. Today, somebody can say that to me. If Revelations wasn't mentioned, and somebody said that to me now, I would be like, "You right?" Because that's Jeremiah talking. Jeremiah let me know about them birds. That's just how it goes, man. The book is easy. You just gotta read it. He said it. He said, "Seek out the book and read it, man." He didn't say, "No, for real. You gotta start traveling around and dig up the ground." No, for real. Turn into a wise-minded man and get into institutions to learn of me. He didn't say that. He says, "Excuse me, black man. Y'all just need to read." Like what? You're like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Wonders will happen if y'all niggas just sit down, stop talking, cause y'all be talking some stupid shit when y'all get together. Stop fucking talking. Period. Just go to no talk. Fuck it. And just read. If you guys did that shit, you know that y'all be, man, you guys will be, man, so far ahead of the game. You wouldn't be, it wouldn't have been 400 years. So you guys talk too fucking much. You
Con.
really love to
We
talk
sit
about
there.
things that don't mean nothing. Huh?
That's Yeah, I mean, a lot of our people would just sit there, you know what I mean, wasting our time talking about nothing. You know what I mean? When what we talking about, we complaining about situations that's going on with our people. And then when somebody hears a conversation and tries to come through and let them know, hey man, I know the solution to get up out of this position that we in, man. Instead of doing all this talking that we doing and complaining and belly aching, man, we got some work to do. We
Right.
got to actually do instead of just sitting here and talk shit.
That's
People
right, man.
go to the people and say that they don't want to hear that. They don't
No.
want to hear that they don't want to hear that they got to do something to get up out of here. They just expect for it to magically happen.
Man, that's real.
But
And he kind of got like this whole, it ain't my fault type of mentality. And you're like, no, you're horribly wrong about that. It's definitely your fault. Y'all niggas don't realize how wicked you is. And that everybody's looking in on y'all. And then he's looking at y'all like, it, they're talking to the white people in the United States. I'm talking about people from everywhere else. They're saying, I hope that you know not to be letting these Negroes go anywhere else because we don't want them. They're like, damn, are you sure, man? Because I'm going to let them go, man. I was trying to let them go for cheap. And he said, I don't want none of that mess. Y'all going to have to clean that shit up before you try to put that on anybody else. No, that was your little thing that you had. They looking like, damn, you right. These niggas ain't worth the damn. All right. Guess I'm going to keep them. Gonna kick their asses around a little bit, I guess. Like, yeah. Don't nobody want them niggas around here. Come over here turning out my sons and daughters. Turning them into little Snoop Dogs and Cardi B's. Get that shit out of here. We don't need all that. And that's what this book is saying. It's same thing. It's like, nah, nigga. Y'all want salvation. Y'all want stuff better for you, but you gotta reflect on who you really, really are, though. Like who you're really saying. When you say treat us equal, you like, wait a minute. You are not acting equal, though. Like, huh? You be like, whoa. I can't believe that was revelation to you. Did you not know that you fucking suck as a people group? Like, ain't nobody trust you. Listen to what you're saying, okay? Listen to what you're saying right now. You guys are literally making music by choice too. This is what you choose to do. You make music by choice and listen to the things that are going through your mind. Hell to the fucking no. You are having nothing coming. No. Not if I have anything to do. Like, I'm alive. And I'm living on this planet I'm about to share with you. Oh, no, no, no. You're going to have to stay in prison planet, little black man. No, you stay right there. Why? You like, because you dumb as hell. Don't nobody need all that shit nowhere to move. Where it's at. And them white folks, the sword over there, he got his hands full. He got his hands full messing around with y'all. No, for real. Between the booty popping of the males and females, and to the gang violence, all the way to the damn drug use. Oh no, 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 thank you. And I'm speaking for the rest of the planet. No, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. We don't need it. No, go ahead. Hire a couple of them and let them play basketball, some shit like that. That's it. I don't want to sit at no fucking important tables talking to none of them damn clowns. Listen to how they talk amongst themselves, thinking that nobody's hearing them. We listen to you guys, you stupid. We listen. And then we make decisions real quick too. Like, it doesn't even take long. We be like, never mind. Nope, shut it down. You're like, for real, you be like, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Them people still stupid as hell. Them niggas got real prophets. They're like, yeah, you be like, you know, ain't nobody never had a real prophet. God keeps sending them real prophets. Guess what they do? What? They be like, he hard, a goof, a goof. That's what they do. That's basically their response. Motherfucker turns into some goof troop character. Gee, snickering, farting around, changing the subject, talk about nothing. When I'm sitting over here, I'm talking about I'm still being a white man right now. This is me being a white man. And this is what the white man say still. And I'm still sitting here watching these motherfuckers. And I'm wishing that I was one of them niggas, man. And I ain't talking about like them. I'm talking, I wish I was God's chosen people. So damn bad to where I didn't force that shit. And like I didn't made it like to where I was God's chosen people, you know, by just kicking everybody's ass, in particular theirs. And then like claiming the whole thing, making it all me, making all the people white. Like I did that because like I wanted it. We ain't never had a problem before in our damn existence. And here these niggas is. They just dropping them out like it ain't shit. Like literally they falling out of between their legs. Prophets. Falling out from between the legs. And then when they show all these niggas is goofing trooping, hoofa. No, for real, this is that. This is what you gonna do? Get the fuck out of here. Talk to me about no damn reparations, you damn clown. Get back to work. Now watch this. He says, what did they say? For what reason the Most High Power does all this unto us? He said, because, man. Like as you have forsaken me and served strange gods in your own land, even so shall you serve other gods in a strange land. Preaches unto the house of Jacob and cry out unto Judah and thus say, here it is. You foolish and undiscreet people. And you got eyes, man, but you see not. Ears, but you hear not. Man, you ain't afraid of me, says the Most High. Are you not ashamed to look me in the face, which bindeth the sea? Oh, my bad. Fast forward that down, way down to 29, excuse me. Should I not punish these things, says the Most High? Should I not be avenged of all such people as these be? Horrible and grievous things are done in the land. The prophets teach falsely. And now we ain't no longer in the Holy Land, but we are still in a land. And still, the land that we're in, Here we go again. Turning it out, I guess like we've been known to do. He says, the prophets, what do? They teach falsely. Psalms 119, 142 says the laws are the truth. So anything that is not of those laws or the concept that's contrary to the laws is specifically lines up with Jeremiah 5 and 31. Once again, we're doing the same shit when once again we still got these nincompoops, these sellouts, like the scripture says. It says the tail will be your head. That means the low life, man. The lowest ranked individual that was in our kingdom when we had it is now calling themselves ministers. It's today now who is your prophet, also known as Pastor Pork Chop. That's your head being the tail and the tail being the head, man. And here we is with it, man. He said the prophets, and they teach falsely, and the priests, they follow right after them. And my people has pleasure therein. What will come thereof at the last? And we know what it is. It's called woe. Utter destruction, man. What we have been facing and what we've been ending up with. These are the dead giveaways. Look up and see that you line up perfectly. Our people is this. If God's chosen people was gone off planet Earth, we would be looking right at it and saying, damn, no matter what, the black man definitely can learn from all of that. Like, why are you like, shit, it's the same shit. We literally got the same thing going. We got the horn dogs and all that. You're like, that's a trip. Damn. This book is really the real deal. This is shit. That's going to be a problem in societies. There's a society, and you got this type of people conducting themselves on a grand scale in such a
Someone
manner,
says, oh, somebody says send the link.
this is what you're going to end up. This is what you're going to end up seeing. You're going to see them lining up perfectly with the scriptures. I sent the link out there. I didn't see it pop up though. Okay, yeah, I sent it. It's up there. Yeah, you line up perfectly to where there really isn't no too much thought that needs to be done. It's a no brainer. We haven't been keeping the commandments, and we actually been going through the blues. Oh, okay, we got to stop listening to people that's saying, yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit that they're saying with this whole law done away with. That shit, that ain't like that might be for somebody else. Okay, let's just go ahead and just say it like that. You want to talk about that Gentile doctrine and the law done away with all that? Okay, then, hey, I'm gonna take some of it and I'm gonna say it like this. Then, well, then that's for the white folks. What? Like that's just for the white folks. That's for the Mexicans and the Chinese and all that. The laws have nothing to do with them. Don't even worry about it. Laws are done away with. All you got to do is just believe in J-Bomb. You'll be fine. For real. Hey, that's the truth. Have a crack at it and have a ball. But like they're saying, Paul was preaching to the Gentiles. And who are the Gentiles? They say the Gentiles were the white people. Okay. I'll take that one too then. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna fight you with that one. No more. I'm gonna say this then. Well, then let them not keep the laws. But the children of Israel, they must. I won't even teach these other people that they shouldn't. You come to one nation set apart, and I'll tell everybody if you want to live, you got to keep the laws. And if you are not black, and you better do it too, because it ain't nobody sound like you're gonna be, being exemplified from the judgment of God anyway. So you might as well go ahead and try to get it in good. Period. But specifically, no matter what, the Israelites According to the Old and New Testament, they have to keep the commandments. They have to follow the law. They got to study them, and when they get into their land, they're going to have to operate their land abiding by those laws as their constitution. That's just what it is. We are not allowed to deviate out of that. You want to sit there and say their law done away with and that Gentile doctrine and shit? Well, then go ahead and just leave that whole concept with the whites. They already got it. They accepted it. Shit is working out for them any damn way. So like, why even bother it? It's there. Let it be theirs. They tied it to a white face, letting you know. You know what I mean? I'll be a little bit more offended if they actually told me and showed me the black Christ and then said all this. But since they wouldn't just show me the white guy and all that, it's kind of like they're pretty much like, oh, you're not even really talking to me. Anybody else that was actually smart and open, they would look right at it and say, oh, this ain't even that. They weren't talking to you. They're not even talking about the Christ in the Bible. They're not. You're like, nah, they just playing with you. If you fall for it, then of course, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be your punishment because you wicked as shit. He was probably looking for something like that, an excuse. But no, like real deal shit, we ain't even talking to you. Because if you look in that book, and the God in this book is a black God, and the Messiah in this book is a black Messiah. You're like, okay, all right. So according to the Israelites, they got to keep the laws. Like, yeah, that's it. We can just start right there. We'll work on everybody else later. And that's just what it is, man. We don't have to sit around here and fall for that same old okie doke no longer, man. We was gonna go through the whole Psalms 119, but when I saw that mug had 70 some verses in the way that I was gonna tear up each verse, man, I was gonna eat them all up too. We was gonna eat them, but I gotta go load up reload them some groceries. But with that being said,
Gotta do
you
what
know
you
what
gotta
I
do,
mean?
man.
Yeah, you know. But we've been at it for 3 of them. I don't want to give people viewing
Come.
lag. Makes it to where people be intimidated by watching it anyway. So yeah, I can save it for another one. But
We'll be back
Akmalak
tomorrow.
Khan, we'll be back. We'll keep our word. Akmalak Torah. Battle axe finna has. All praises to the Most High. Bahashan Yao Shah Hamashiach.
Kahala haba.
Kahala Haba. One nation set apart. Man, we the children of Israel, man.
Zion beats on track.
Repent or give up the ghost. The end is near getting close. Fear God and fear him the most. You don't want smoke with the Lord of hosts. Knock, knock, who's there? When bombs drop, who cares? Time's up, the nuke's here. Who you looking for? Whoever's still here. Fearing the Most High is wisdom. When the Almighty shoots, he ain't missing. Second Ezra 16 and 13. He killing all the unrepentant. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. See, I told you that Christ would return like a thief in the night. You ain't think we was right when we told you repent, keep his laws and endure it, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. In the power of his might. Repent and give up the ghost. 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 Whether they hear or forbear, I cry aloud and don't spare. And I don't trim my ways when I cut them up. I tell you the truth cause I care. Repent, the kingdom's at hand. You better do what he commands. The Most High God is in plan, and neither is the Son of Man. Eyes fire red, no cyclops, but he gon' X me and no cyclops. Eyes fire red, no eye drops. He made me a watchman, no eye watch. It's high time to wake out of sleep, so we sound the alarm in the street. We lift up our voice like a trumpet, standing up against iniquity. Luke 13:3 and verse 5. Repent or perish and die. Either choose living water or fire. The truth burning all of these. Repent or give up the ghost. 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 Repent or give up the ghost.
I told my people to repent or die. If they do not, then they give up the ghost. Babylon burning, you smell all the smoke. Babylon burning, you smell all the smoke. This is that people ignore what they hear. Don't trust in God and his laws, they don't fear. They led away by.
Repent or give up the ghost. The end is near getting close. Fear God and fear him the most. You don't want smoke with the Lord of hosts.
Come.
Knock, knock.
All praise to the Most High, Bahashah, Yah, Shah, Let a light spin the hands off the box. One nation set
Who you
apart.
looking for? Whoever's still here. Fearing the Most High
hey.
is wisdom. When the Almighty shoots, he ain't missing. Second Ezra 16 and 13. He killing all the unrepentant. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. See, I told you that Christ would return like a thief in the night. You ain't think we was right when we told you repent, keep his laws and endure it, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. In the power of his might. Repent or give up the ghost. 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 Whether they hear or forbear, I cry aloud and don't spare. And I don't trim my ways when I cut them up. I tell you the truth cause I care. Repent, the kingdom's at hand. You better do what he commands. The Most High God is in plan, and neither is the Son of Man. Eyes fire red, no cyclops, but he gon' X me and no cyclops. Eyes fire red, no eye drops. He made me a watchman, no eye watch. It's high time to wake out of sleep, so we sound the alarm in the street. We lift up our voice like a trumpet, standing up against iniquity. Luke 13:3 and verse 5. Repent or perish and die. Either choose living water or fire. The truth burning all of these lies. Forever in torments and smoke. Thus said the Lord God of hosts. Revelation 14 and 11. Fear God and fear him the most. Repent or give up the ghost. 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 Repent or give up the ghost.
I told my people to repent or die. If they do not, then they give up the ghost. Babylon burning, you smell all the smoke. Babylon burning, you smell all the smoke. This is that people ignore what they hear. Don't trust in God and His laws, they don't fear.
Babylon,
They
burn.
led away by the itching of ears. They don't believe the end is drawing near. Christ is coming like a thief in the night. If you do not change, then you pay the price. We've been given time to get our act right. But you got no faith, you gon' roll that dice.
Repent and give up the ghost. 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 Repent and give up the ghost.
Repent and die, I'm talking now or never. Put your feelings to the side for the better. Repent and die from your own pleasure. The kingdom is way beyond measure. How can you claim that you follow a God, but you cannot discern who He made to be prophets? How can you stay in your sins when death is the wages of sin, so don't get the deposit? Unlike these nations, I hold obligation to build a foundation. We're lost, my people seeking for salvation, but self-deprivation is causing my nation to fall. Who gonna rise for the occasion? Who gonna ride for the nation? Who gonna put on the whole armor of God, so when we together it's like an invasion? In conversation, who can persuade them? If they got ears, let them hear that obey them. You in the spirit, you can obtain it, but all the others, Messiah gon' slay them. That's why you see all the prophets here crying aloud. 144 rocking the crown. I pray on the day when the Lord come around. You keeping these laws cause He's shutting it down.
Repent and give up the ghost. 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 Repent and give up the ghost.